Ever Earth, a vast world made up of 7 kingdoms. I won't bore you with every little detail, you've seen a D&D show before. Orcs, sea monsters, swords, shields, magic, you name it. If you've heard of it, and maybe if you've imagined it, you'll find it here somewhere. The characters in this campaign were brought together as members of a huge unaffiliated guild that exists all over Ever Earth, known as the Jack's Guild. Members of the guild are multi-skilled agents who are hired to take on a variety of jobs, from combat-based epic adventures, investigations of all sorts, and even helping old grandpas sweep their porches. The group we are following are already established Jack's Guild members who have completed a variety of quests, earning renown, gold, and treasures along the way. They have laughed, cheered, and cried. They have won, lost, and died so far on their journey. The party met in Stone Town at the centre of the Kingdom of Vale. After taking on all manner of quests from the guildmaster here, Esmeralda, a hero from tales past, the party have fought and saved the town from the dead king. They've uncovered a sinister dragon cult, they've travelled underground to face off against ancient drow houses, returned the long-lost memories of legendary hero Beowulf, survived the Feywilds, conquered a subterranean kobold tower, and even helped old Millicent deliver her letter. Notably, along their journey, the party faced off in a dangerous encounter with a devious black dragon named Reithnax, which left the party broken. Several party members were killed and the rest barely escaped with their lives. However, when we last played with this group some time ago, they had left the Kingdom of Vale and travelled west to the desert kingdom of Sholizan. Under the guidance of this area's Jack's Guildmaster Oro, the group took on a number of quests. First, they entered the fighting pits in the flamboyant city of Jin, facing off against many bizarre creatures and making away with several prizes. The group were informed by their party member Min that she had been tasked by Reithnax to travel to the ruins of Razalith nearby and find the Dragon Slayer Greatsword. After an arduous journey, sneaking past the great blue dragon Raziel Jr. and escaping with the artifact, the party journeyed away from Sholizan and back to Vale, which is where our adventure continues, in Stone Town, at the guild tavern that we call the Oracle's Rest. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Oracle's Rest with everyone. Everyone's here, all of your favourite Tablestory cast members, as well as Retrosphere. He's also here.
Hi.
Yeah, well, I don't think we can include you in anyone's favourite anything.
Shit.
I just wanted to force Ratch to say something because he's not going to speak for the rest of the session unless you attack something.
Correct.
When I have to force him to speak by saying, "What did you roll? What number did you roll for initiative?" And then he has to say a number. Roll initiative. Ratch.
Okay, well, way to call him out. Good start.
The thing is, no, wait, he can. Offline. He talks.
He doesn't, don't lie.
He can do it.
Don't
I believe
lie
in
on
you.
his
He can.
behalf.
I'm not lying. You were there.
He can't speak.
He was a
Terrible
goat-headed
liar.
man.
Yeah.
And he was
So
good.
obvious when you're lying.
Was I muted the
What
entire
the
time?
fuck?
That was it.
It's hilarious.
Perfect.
Okay, well, welcome back. We're going to continue playing our game that we're playing for almost no reason whatsoever on stream for 3 weeks. This being session 2. In the first session, you you did nothing really. You sort of just appeared. We had 2 new characters join the crew. I was going to say the guild, but everyone's already been in the guild for a while. But joined this crew that we've been following ourselves as players for a couple of years. Saga showed up with Mordrin to the Oracle's Rest. Then the rest of the party came back from a quest, or a set of quests that they took in the west, which was the sands of the Sholizan kingdom, as they were heading back over towards where a black dragon that they were going to go and I don't know what you were going to do to that black dragon, but you were going to do something because you have half a quest completed to deal with him and his request that you go and get a sword and bring it back to him. In doing so, you sort of just ended up just naturally traveling through Vale and coming back to Stone Town, where you come back to where we are now and where we're picking up from last week. You're at the Oracle's Rest Tavern. For those of you that have no idea what's going on, this is a tavern at the center of Stone Town, which is partly a ship that they've built out of a structure, or a ship that they turned into a structure. It's got a bunch of rigging and stuff attached to varying houses nearby, but for the most part it is a pretty standard looking tavern from the inside. The group split into 2 groups with the intention of heading out after taking a quest, which really was the only thing you did last week. You took a quest to investigate the situation in town. The exact wording on the quest, which makes it sound like it matters, but it doesn't. I make these up 3 minutes before we go live with the sessions, is to investigate the sickness in Stone Town. People are sick, get to the bottom of it. The quest giver was Esmeralda, who's the guild master here. The reward is a timber card and 1,500 XP. Your future is what it is. It's what you are slowly going to become.
Spoilers.
As you become a self-fulfilling prophecy character arc type character. One of those things. And you split into 2 groups here with the intention of one group heading to the well in the south of town and investigating the water supply to see if there's anything going on with the water in town, anything fishy going on with the water, and the other team heading to the alchemist, since he seems to have been the only person in town vaguely trying to do something about the sickness and might have some information. The team on the right, we're going to go to the alchemist, and the team on the left, we're going to go to the well. So that's where we'll pick up today as we see the teams head out of the tavern here and move across the town. Who do we follow? Which way do we go first? Who do we want to follow? A question for everyone, including chat.
Should we roll for
Put
it?
up a poll. Let's see if we get.
All right,
let's
put
see
up
if we
a
get
poll.
democracy.
Yeah, you have 30
Yeah.
seconds. What do you have? You have team water supply and team alchemist. As the camera follows them out of town. Dwin, roll me a sleight of hand check as we follow Dwin into the town and we see this tabaxi pickpocketing some noble looking folk who are moving through the square of Stone Town.
Now, I'll have you know that just because I am a tabaxi does not mean that I am just going to thieve people for no reason. That being said, I rolled a natural one.
Alright, you didn't get anything there.
Oh dear.
Jesus, with a plus 11.
Holy shit.
Amazing.
It's because he
Oh,
tried.
yeah, I was
Plus
seeing-
It's
11
because he
doesn't
tried
help
to
on that
lie.
one.
Tried to lie
Yeah.
and pretend he wasn't entirely motivated
Mm-hmm.
by thievery.
Oh,
Um.
well,
Okay, roll me a
it's not
perception check then,
thievery.
Dwin.
perception, okay. That's persuasion, perception. What do I see with a 14?
It's not what you see; it's what you smell. There is a smell to the town of sickness that I think permeates your cat senses.
Your whiskers.
Of sickness.
There is a sickness in this town, and I think maybe. Well, I guess it's up to Dwin to determine what that means to him.
Silent Hill. Sorry.
And that's a big spider. And where is the sickness coming from? Is it an aura around me, or can I sense where it is?
Well, on a 14, the reason that I kind of just gave you smell a sickness is because you rolled quite low, but there's a general sense of sickness coming from the people here. It's not like every single person here is sick, but you get a sense that there are a lot of people in the homes that are sick, and as you're moving out of the tavern and moving past some of the places, You do hear people sniffling and coughing from inside some of the homes. Most of the people in the town square and are moving about don't seem to be particularly unwell, but there is
Team Alchemist one.
a sickness.
It smells like a used hanky in here.
all
Sorry,
right.
I took a bath yesterday.
Likely story.
And we're going to follow the alchemist.
Oh,
That is
Sounds
correct.
good.
The alchemist team.
okay.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, that is
Think so.
correct.
All right. Who's in alchemist team?
Amari, Ken,
Boomlock,
Saga.
Saga, Kin,
Timber.
Amari, Pellet,
Okay.
and Timba. Timba. Aha.
Yeah. You see it now
Anybody else remember that?
in your
No? Okay,
restless
cool.
dreams. The alchemist. You yeah, the camera I guess follows this one group. We see Amari, this kind of interesting looking Ganassi with Kin, who is a sort of a warforged, a big metallic looking figure with a sort of a skull shaped metallic head. Timber, who is a rabbit. Oh, also Pellet just vanishes suddenly. The other rabbit,
Right.
Damn it.
and a tree which is sort of moving, shuffling along, and if you take a closer look you can see that there are metallic and composite plates underneath some of the vines and roots of this tree, as well as our new member Saga, the blue-skinned sea elf. And you guys make your way over to where the alchemist is. Eventually you find it. This one's pretty easy to find. It's not like it's hidden away or anything. This is a shop that is found at the center of town. So really you just you have to cross the square. You move across this square. There's a little market where there are some people selling some basic bits and bobs. There are people shuffling about here and there. You fit in pretty well. This is a traveling or a sort of a traveler's town in that it's a crossroads. So there's people of all different shapes and sizes coming from different places and cultures, different outfits and fashions, as well as the people that actually live in the town. For the most part, this town is a bit of a melting pot anyway, but there are quite a few grung and sort of frog people in the town, which is pretty common in Vale. And you move across this square, past the sword in the stone again, and over to a pretty simple looking building that's just sort of terraced in with some of the other buildings here. It has a white shingled roof. There are two chimneys that are side by side that are kind of constantly puffing out smoke, with a big sign that hangs over the doorway with a very obvious looking two vials in front of a kind of a healing potion looking sign pixel. It's a pixel sign from an old JRPG. If you just kind of trundle in, if somebody gets to the door, there's some chimes that blow as you move in, and it's not the door dinging like a bell. It's as you open the door, there are chimes that are hanging that blow with the change in pressure from the wind. And the place is stacked. It's the type of place or the type of store that you would go into that you get the sense is old and has a lot of history to it, but with that history and with that sort of sense of age, stuff builds up forever. There are vials upon vials, crates stacked upon crates, and cobwebs and dust over a lot of this stuff. There is a pretty large window that sheds a decent amount of light, but there are also lots of fires and alchemic little Bunsen burner type things, but that give a little light to this room. And with all of the different jars and vials and potions that are in the room with all their varying different colors, it almost glitters with the light as you step in to this kind of completely filled alchemist's shop. Sitting in this place and resting kind of comfortably but looking like he's very busy behind the main desk and work area is a halfling, a kind of sort of late middle-age halfling, relatively short, wiry frame, perpetual smudge of soot around his cheeks, wild curly brown hair with a few strands of grey poking through here and there. It's very unkept, but it is squashed down underneath a very well-worn looking leather cap. Around his face he's wearing a big leather mask with straps that run over his large ears. He's got a big leather apron on and some big gloves on while he is moving some bottles around and then looking down very carefully. And as you open that doorway, one of his eyes kind of sees you through an alembic and another one kind of sees you from the other side, and he says, "I'll be with you in just a moment." There's a beat as a few of you step in, and then there's a very small whistling sound that comes from the vial that's in front of him. The liquid inside the vial is blue, and there is no like slow change or anything. It just immediately changes to red, and he says, "Well, bugger it. Affected. How can I help?"
Is it
yes,
stinky in here?
It smells very bizarre. There's a smell. Yeah, go on.
Can I ask about the smell? Because I have an idea of what it should be.
Can you smell?
Anyone that has ever oh yeah, Ken has an
Great
incredible
question.
amount. Ken has like a super smelling ability because he can't taste anything, but
Right,
his
it's taste you can't do.
olfactory senses are crazy.
Right,
Super
right.
schnoz.
Yeah. So what I assume, considering the description that you said and the age of this place, if anyone has ever been to a church, the pews have this layered amount of grease and oil from the people that have sat in it decade over decade, and it has a church smell. It's this gross, rancid oil smell from just layers and layers of oil. Is it that?
It is that.
People oil?
It's just it doesn't
Aaron,
just
that
happen
you're
with
asking
people oil.
Brad what a church smells like.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
any old
here's the thing.
You're
place
asking
can
us.
potentially have that smell. I'm just using a church as an example.
Here's the thing. I was brought up on a hellmouth where there were 4 churches on the I lived on the corner of a road, and next to me was the back of one of those churches, and there was one on each corner of this thing. So I've actually been in lots of churches.
Each of those churches are older than our entire country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you stand in the middle of that road on midnight and utter some words in Latin, you'll
Jesus will hit you with a car. Sorry.
He'll come up and say no.
yeah, no, it does. It does smell.
Double
I would imagine it does smell like that. But there's also that sort of there are 2 other smells in here as well. There's a kind of sickly sweet pungency, which is just a mixture of all the different things that are in here. There are lots of things that are cooking. There are multiple potions and vials or pastes or something. There's things that he's cooking in pots and pans, as well as over those kind of alembics and things. And that's giving off an additional smell that's a little stronger, that sits in the air, as well as just the kind of sense of that scent of fuel and fire. So like coal as well as burning wood that's just sitting under everything. There's also just a stick of incense that is doing nothing, but you can tell that he has attempted, to do one thing to reduce the.
Bless him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to hold my hand up to everybody as we walk inside, because we were told that he was also sick, and I don't want him to get sick. So I'm going to get closer, but I'm kind of opening the way for everyone to talk. I just like, wait, I don't want you to get sick. Hello, we have some questions if we could.
Hi, what's your questions? Are you sick first? Is it if you're here for something I don't know quite what's going on, and I don't have anything that's going to help you too much?
I think we have some questions because we have accepted a quest from the guild hall to.
Oh, your guild members! Finally, I've been asking Esmeralda for the whole week.
Oh, well.
My apologies. I had no idea. So many people have been coming in every day trying to get, the cure which I don't have.
Of course. Could we ask what the symptoms you are seeing?
The symptoms?
Yes, please.
You certainly can. Let's see if I can
Worry
find them.
not. We are guild members. We are here to acquire a cure if you have one.
No, Umlaut, he doesn't have one.
Oh, no, we are not sick.
The halfling kind of studies you, Kin, for a moment, then looks to Umlaut and becomes immediately so much more interested in Umlaut. But then he looks back to you and then back to Umlaut and says, my apologies, but are you Warforged?
Yes, but we are not a part of the hive. We are disconnected. Do not be afraid.
Oh, no, it's alright. I've met a couple of disconnected Warforged before, but...
Affirmative.
Now, is that all organic? He's pointing at Umlaut. Is that decoration or is that part of you?
Some of it is stone.
As
Yeah,
he, then
but the
clangs
parts
off
that
of
look
some of the
like a
stone armor.
tree.
Yes.
Oh, now, isn't that something? Now, how have you done that?
I haven't.
Okay.
We actually... Oh, go ahead.
Some gift from the wood has rewired my mainframe.
Right. Ah, shite. Is it magic? Has magic done it?
Likely.
Ah, shit. Alright. I knew a Warforged a very long time ago. He wanted to do something like this. Asked if there was anything he could try. I gave him a few things. And I had a go at a few potions, but... No idea how you work. If that's not too, offensive to your kind to say.
No.
I can do potions, I can't do magic or whatever makes you function. Like,
We can't use potions. We can't drink them.
right, yeah, okay. What about pastes? What if we try and paste something over you? Would that work?
I don't know.
I am open to try.
You know what would work? Oil. Do you need oil?
Yes. Maybe.
Do you use
I'm
oil?
open to try.
I do. But it's a magical oil. Umlaut, do you have oil?
No.
Right.
Just casually carrying around oil in case, I don't know, somebody shoots something at him and then he catches fire.
Well, I got some nice oil if you want. If you're interested in some oil at some point, we can try something on you, see what we can do if you need it. Good prices. We get plenty of travelers coming through, so I can offer a fair deal on anything. Anyway, you're not here for that. What did you want? Symptoms.
A list of symptoms?
A list of symptoms, right. Well, yeah, here's the thing. There's some people that are suffering worse than others. I don't know if that's just their constitution or not. But some people seem to be really struggling and some people don't. Haven't been able to figure out what it is. Most of the things that I'm trying here are not working. But people are tired, they're weak, some of them have got fever, most of them are coughing, most of them are dizzy, most of them are feeling sick. A few of them look real rough. Pale skin, dark circles under their eyes. Most of them are thirsty. Some of them are kind of getting confused, memory problems, things like that. Forgetting things a little bit.
So, are you unsure if the severity is tied to time? The longer they've had it, the worse it's gotten?
No. It doesn't seem to be tied to time, to be honest.
Okay.
Some of them get better in a day, some of them are getting worse day by day.
Okay. Have there been deaths?
You know, I don't know. I think you'd have to go and ask the mayor. I don't think that they'd bring that to me because there's not much I can do about it. Death, is there? It's a bit late for my work.
Right.
But I don't think so. I don't think anyone's dead yet, but they probably will be.
Tired?
Does he look tired? Yeah, he looks tired. Yeah. He looks a little rough. He looks a little like he's got the pale skin, dark circles situation going
Interesting.
on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You can only see his
He's
eyes.
sick.
He does have like a mask
was
around his face, or wrapped around his face.
Okay.
As they're busy talking, Saga will kind of hang out in the background and she will touch her hat and tip it down for a moment and activate her magic item.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, I forget what it does.
It's a watchful hat. As a bonus action, you can cast See Invisibility spell. I just want to look around and see if there's anything invisible in here.
Yeah. You sort of do this little maneuver. I don't know if anything happens or if it's obvious that this spell goes off or not, but for you, you're aware that the spell has activated. In terms of things within this store, there doesn't seem to be anything that's invisible in here. There might be a couple of potions of invisibility and things like that do something. It's not like they become visible to you, but maybe they register to you, and you're like, oh, maybe they're probably potions that do something along that line. But generally speaking, everything in here seems to be what is visible, and there doesn't seem to be any invisible things in here. I don't know if anyone in this party has got invisible stuff on them, because I can't remember what all of you have got after all of this time. So I don't know if that would reveal anything that any of you guys have got going on. But yeah, no, generally speaking, no.
I'll casually look over the potions. This is good stock. And I'll continue to just slink in the background.
Oh, you good. Prices, anything over there? Be careful with the yellow ones there. They might, if you knock the glass too much, that's all of us gone.
I was definitely about to pick up one of the yellow ones, and I moved back away from it. All right.
I have a question. I do not want to be here long. If you are sick, then I will put you in quarantine myself, maybe even slit your throat. But before we get to that, are you sick?
I am a little bit sick, yes.
Okay, good. This is what we're going to do. I'm no doctor, but I think I cured one of the people back there still owe me money. For a price. But you don't talk to me, you talk to the person that handles my banking. It's a little tabaxi cat. I don't know where it's at. But anyway, what I need you to do is, have you been working on a cure?
Yes, I've been trying to work on a cure.
Okay, is it liquid?
I tried it, yeah. Mostly I've been trying to see if I can figure out, an anti-venom, antitoxin, or just a potion that's going to cure whatever poison is going on with these people, or something like that.
Okay, so if you can make a lot of this stuff, can't you? Even if it doesn't work, I just want to know, you can make a big batch.
In theory, depending on what it is.
All right, great. Bring me whatever you've been working on. Let me try something.
All right. Well, there's a few things here. There's so this area here is this is some water. This is some
okay,
blood.
water works. Bring it to me.
Right.
Bring.
Okay. Here's the water. Now this
I'll
has
stick
got
my finger inside of the water.
Right.
Stir it up.
Okay.
Like Kool-Aid and sugar. Yeah. And then what I will do is I will cast lesser restoration on it to see if it makes the mixture into a sort of concoction. And then I will tell you to drink it. And you will drink it in front of me. If you do not, we will go with plan B.
So you say you're going to do that rather than actually do it, or do you do it as well?
Or put my finger inside and stir it like Kool-Aid and sugar?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then but you
like
actually
Kool-Aid and
cast the spell, or you just say you're going to do this?
I'm casting the spell as I'm wiggling around in it, yes.
Okay. He says, I don't know if I want to drink that, to be honest. That's, I think that's just, I've got a feeling that might be, contaminated water. That's what I was conducting.
Are you trying to tell me my methods that my great baba is something that passed down to me is wrong?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what your methods are or who your great baba.
So you're
was.
sick. You do not have a cure. People may die, as you so saying. You're not going
Right.
to try it?
Well, I don't know. Who are you?
Oh, I am a guild member.
I.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and do you
I have my license somewhere on me. I don't know where I put it, but I am.
are you a
I
healer?
have a jackstone.
Are you
Yes.
oh right, okay.
Something
I've
of that
met
nature.
so many guild members, and some people are gifted with healing
yeah.
and magic and such, and some people are, assassins and whatnot.
Not today.
Right. Okay. Well, we did send for clerics, but if you're here, then you can try
I
this.
am a cleric.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. And you want me to
Yeah,
drink
drink up.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm here to if any side effects, I will fix you.
All right.
Maybe.
Believe me.
Worry not, we are from the guild.
Yeah.
All right. He
Before he
reaches
drinks
tentatively
this-
forward. Yeah.
Oh god, can I roll for some? Can I roll like a med check?
Yeah.
something.
What are you looking for? Also, you need to.
So-
Amari needs to run me a persuasion check. Anyway.
Oh.
So Ken's whole thing was that he studied with monks. That's how he was able to heal a long time ago. So he was adept in the med arts to some degree. So what I'm trying to determine is if I understand what Amari did, if it would affect the water, or if the water's contaminated, it didn't purify and it'll make him sick.
I don't think this is a medicine check. I think that's an arcana check.
Okay. Well, shall I anyway?
Entirely
Let's
up
give
to
it
you.
a shot. Oh yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I just added a little bit of carbonation. Oh.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
The taste. I'm working on that, but nothing that cures tastes that great anyway.
Yeah.
Do not worry, my finger is clean.
Okay. Yeah. The alchemist reaches forward, takes the glass, and says, "Right, if I get worse, you're gonna fix me.
I will fix you. Yes.
Free of charge."
I did not say that.
All right. He puts it down.
None of this is free. You need
You're
a
right.
solution.
None of this is free. You're right. It's not.
Right.
Okay. Well, you come back to me when you've got a guaranteed cure before
I did. I cured someone. Everyone was here. They witnessed it. He just cured instantly, just like this.
Okay.
All I did was touch his nose.
Right.
Worry not,
Yeah. I've
we
seen.
are part of the Jack's Guild.
Yeah, I've seen clerics and healers touch and heal people, but perhaps you could just go around town and do that to everyone.
No. It's too many. That's why I asked if you could make a batch. You could deliver it.
Right. So
Then
you're
drink
right.
up.
Okay.
My time is money.
Well, why don't you come back in an hour and I'll just tell you.
No. You drink up now. You drink up right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to drink that. 'Cause, I mean, it's one
Why
thing.
not? You want to stay sick? I told you I'll fix you.
It's going to
If
make
you
me
get sick-
sicker.
Okay, my patience is lowing. I'm
Worry,
feeling a
gonna
grumble
drink
sensation.
it.
I'm already sick, though, so it's not
All
going
right,
to...
hold him down.
You
Hold
won't-
him down.
You won't know if
No,
it's going to
we
make me...
can't
Don't
force
hold me.
him. No. There are laws. We can't
Why
force
not?
people
I'm
to
gonna do
things in the
entangle.
town. There are
There
laws.
you go.
No,
You're
no,
fixed.
don't.
Oh
There
my
there are guards.
Are you,
Yes.
What the hell
No.
is going on? The vines coming up out of the ground, wrap around his
Umlaut,
arms and his
Umlaut,
legs.
stop.
Yes.
Guards!
Umlaut,
Get
stop.
open. Make it
I'm
wide.
helping.
Stop.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Saga,
I'm
please
sorry.
open his lips.
No, we can't force. We will get
Worry
thrown
not,
into
we are part of
the
the
jails.
guild.
There
Oh, I'm
are
not
laws.
Grab
forcing.
him by the
I was-
chin.
I was
Yes.
informed.
Open his
no,
mouth.
Listen. As a Warforged, when I came into the town, they gave me explicit directions. This is one of the first times anyone has ever seen Ken get worked up, ever. No, we can't. There are rules. There are laws. We cannot do
Oh.
this.
Oh, you're right, kid. They gave you the laws and rules, right?
Yes, they did. They told me all
You
of
stand
them.
over there. All right, open the mouth.
Helping.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Okay,
walk
so you have
forward
it
from
two
the
ways.
door.
I either pour it in or I in your mouth? Which
I'm
one's
so
in yours?
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, and I will pour
I'm
it
gonna
in his
walk
mouth.
forward from the door, and I'm going to shut the door so that way there's no one can hear the commotion that's happening inside.
Yeah, and I will massage his throat. There you go. Now, okay, easy. All right, how do you feel?
I feel violated.
That'll be all right, as long as you're
part
cured.
of the guild.
Right.
Charge. What's his name? Sacred.
Sacred.
I think that's his name.
No,
Yes,
I
he's
don't
another-
think we
he's
can
another
charge.
cleric.
If at least if we force, we cannot charge. I have
Okay,
to
fine,
be
fine.
stern.
Half off. Half off. I will fix him for free if he's not.
He's still
if
like
he's not cured.
entangled in this thing.
Oh, untangle him.
Okay.
We also
you,
do
thank
not
you.
know if it would affect him immediately
I mean, it affected the other person immediately. Why wouldn't it affect him?
because they didn't drink it.
Oh, right.
He is.
take-
Do you untangle him?
Yeah.
He backs away from the table. This is completely out of line. You know that?
Yeah.
And I still feel
Yeah.
awful.
You do?
Yes.
Pat him on the back.
I shall be having words with Esmeralda as soon as she's back in town. And that's if you don't get slung into jail by the guards.
Oh, you're gonna tell on us, so I guess you just remain sick then. Oh, wait. Well, they are blaming you for everyone getting sick, you know.
Why are they blaming me? Who's blaming me?
Everyone.
No, they're not.
What?
Amari, that is
That's
a
why
lie.
we're here.
We cannot
I
lie.
mean,
What do you mean lying? That's what
No
I
one
heard.
said that he was. No, they said that people have come here and they haven't been healed, and he was sick as well.
Right, I'm sick as well. Why would I make everyone sick and myself?
It sounds
Well,
like
I mean, you're not
part of the
presenting a
problem.
cure, so I guess you made everyone sick at this point, right?
That's
what I heard
ridiculous.
just
That's
now.
a ridiculous concept.
Oh. Call me in 2 business days. Let me know how you feel, and I will walk out.
He's doing the
I help.
wide-eyed, open-mouth stare as Amari saunters out.
Oh, and before I go, if you do not feel better, I will heal you. Half off. And then I'll close the door.
You said you would hit. He's gone. All right, what's everyone else doing? Still in there.
I'm
How do you
slightly
feel?
bowing, and there's no emotion on my face, but I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
He's just staring at you. Is there anything else you wanted? Do you want the clothes off me back?
No. That was never. Listen,
That would not be
I
necessary.
no.
Not legally.
No, we're not taking anything. We just wanted some information. I'm very sorry.
Well, you got your information,
Yes.
and then you made me drink
did.
contaminated water.
Well, I am sorry. Maybe we should go. I think we should go. We should go.
It's all right. I've got this. I'll reach into my pouch and pull out what can be described as a roll of herbs and a peace offering.
What is that?
For the pain.
For the pain. Are you trying to sell me an alchemist? Pain relief.
I'm not selling anything. It's yours.
Oh, well, what is it? He takes a look at it. He gives it a sniff.
It's catnip.
oh
It is
no!
a
Oh,
finely
he's with us.
rolled
It's fine.
catnip spliff, actually, not just catnip.
He sniffs it.
I'm sorry, catnip spliff.
That's all the rage.
You almost got those words right.
That's what he said.
He says,
What?
well, it's not really enough to... It'll... Look, can you just clear out?
All right. Damn.
As everybody goes to leave, I'm
I go. Please have one of these. Have 2 of these.
What is this?
And he just gives him good berries off of his like leafy hair.
It'll make you feel better.
Okay. Is this actually? What are these berries?
Yes.
From
my branches.
From your branches, right? Okay. You can grow
Yes.
berries off of you.
Yes.
What are these? Like nipples or what? They're not testicles, are they?
Berries.
Okay. All right. All right. What can I do with them?
They're my twig and berries.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Some fucking catnip and some
Yes.
berries. That'll certainly make up for the fucking trauma, won't it?
I walk up to him.
Dismay.
And I want to reach out my viney hand and do spare the dying on him.
Okay. I don't think it does anything at all, but okay.
Yeah, but he thinks it does.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I walk up to him. I reach into my pack, and I actually pull out one of the leftover loose dragon scales that I have on me. It's a black dragon scale, and I say, I know that these are
What the hell is that? A dinner
useful. No, it is a black dragon scale. As an alchemist, I assumed that
Really?
you can use this for something.
plate?
Yes.
Well,
I am
maybe.
so
Might be able to.
Sorry.
Yeah, all right. Okay, I'll take it. I suppose it's easier to ask for an apology, isn't it, than permission? Okay.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I don't think that he is adept at.
Is that from a living or a
the-
dead one?
This is from a dead one. We found it in a cave.
Okay, great. We've had problems with that in the past.
Problems?
Yeah, if you take a fucking scale off a living one and it's a bastard, it's gonna come and get you.
Oh. No, there won't be any of that.
Right.
Thank you for the information, and I'm sorry. And then I go to leave.
Yeah, you're welcome. Alright, you all leave?
Can I try to take a small vial that's next to me as I'm turning to head out the
You're
door?
just straight up gonna thieve something?
Oh my god, this
Yeah.
guy. He's so sick.
Yeah, give me a
One
sleight
of
of
the little
hand
yellow
check.
ones.
It's so bad.
I'll distract him by talking to him at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
The 16.
What do you say to him, and you can roll with advantage, Timber?
I cross my arms over my chest and I say, you complain a lot for someone who just got some free stuff.
Oh,
This kind
you're
of
right.
attitude would not fly in the South, just saying.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that this was complaining. I thought you were all apologizing for. And then Timber swipes a vial off of the side. Anything?
my
Are you aiming for something in
God.
particular, or just do you want something random?
No, I want something that is filled with a yellow liquid, but
Okay.
a small one.
Okay.
I'm very curious about what he said about if we were to touch something, it would have ended us all, and I want to take some of that.
Yeah. You claim a vial. I don't know if you know what it is.
Slink out the door.
Okay. And slink out the door. He says, all right, yeah, well, thank you for my apologies. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were offering me nice things. Yeah, see you later. All right, you can leave now. I've got work
Apology
to do.
accepted.
Yeah, all right.
See you around. Bye.
Yeah, see you around. Okay.
And I leave.
You leave. He turns to a ledger. He opens the ledger. A black notebook. Turns it open. And he starts writing information in there. Blue-skinned elf. Shitty pirate hat. A fucking rabbit person. A warforged with berries and tree parts growing out of him. A warforged with a fucking skull on his face. A fucking... I don't know what he was, but he had green eyes and a sense of entitlement like I've never seen before. Starts writing down all of your descriptions. And then he closes it and says, let's see how you deal with that.
Oh,
Beggars.
fuck this guy. I try to be
It's
so
not even related
nice.
to the main plot. It's just every
Dude.
customer service person's like, dream to be able to have the death note. These motherfuckers.
Okay, let me make a quick note of whose names went in the death note.
He's really going to put me down there?
Yes.
I was
Think about
I
what
mean,
you
what
just
a
douchebag.
did to
He
him.
has to have our names, so you know.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
doesn't
do
have
Oh,
any
does he?
names.
Oh, I didn't realize you were running the game.
And the whole time, Ken was apologizing. He gave him a black dress, and this guy, fuck this guy.
Have you ever
you know
dealt
what,
with
Amari?
a group of shitty people, and at the
then
immediately
you
at the very
apologize?
end of it, you just like one of them was okay, but they can fuck off. He's in that mood.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what happens when you co-op with people in fucking Baldur's Gate 3.
Dude.
We see you all.
As we're like walking away
Yeah.
from the storefront and like going around like the corner and stuff, like I accidentally bump into one of the signs that's propped up, and I don't pick it up. I just leave it on the ground.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, completely fair.
Knocking over A-frames.
Yeah, behind
Gonna go
the
and
store,
litter,
the
too?
fucking
Just leave your
whatever that
trash.
thing from Death Note was called, Ryuk or whatever, is
Unwrap
looking
the
at you.
Snickers and just let it blow in the wind.
Okay. Timber, give me an investigation check, I guess. See if you know what the potion is.
Perfect.
Natural one.
Oh, it's a healing potion.
Nailed it.
It's a
You just
healing
pocket it.
potion.
Don't say
Yeah.
anything.
It's a healing potion.
Oh my god.
Now I need everyone to remember, if she hands you a potion, remember it's not a healing potion, but she thinks it is for the rest of
You got
time
it.
until it gets used.
Understood.
Got 12 skulls
There
on it.
goes another one of Par's friends.
And I'm just going to write that down as
Karma's
well.
coming around.
Healing potion is actually,
Not.
that's the answer.
Death piss.
Yeah, I don't know. The problem is I don't know. We might need that information in 3 years.
This is fine.
The rest of you that leave the alchemist's store, where are you guys headed? And then we'll jump to the other crow.
I feel like
You're just
we
in
would
the
probably
town
meet
square
back
right now.
at the Oracle's Rest, right? Because it was just our.
Yeah.
We have to make it back to the Oracle's
maybe
Rest so
head
we
back.
don't do anything for the rest of the episode. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back to the town.
The Oracle's Rest is on the west side of the square. It's a pretty large square, but it's not a huge town, so it's like large, relevant to the town. But you, you can start walking across
Ken
that.
might have to tattletale on everybody.
Okay, to who?
To the guards.
Might have to.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna go
Well,
find
that's
a
just
guard.
it. He's mostly a blank slate. He is trying to learn right and wrong. Is there
How does
anything
he
I
know
can
if it's
roll for
wrong
that?
if he doesn't know? I mean,
He knows that when people are saying don't do that, and then people do that anyway, that's a bad thing.
okay.
He was
Hey,
was
kid,
trained with
don't
a
do
group
that.
of monks who took him as a complete blank slate
Uh.
and tried to teach him right from wrong. He's never been in that situation. He knows what the law told him when he came into the
I love
town.
it.
Report anything illegal. But he's also been with these guys for a while, so
Do you want to roll something to determine whether Kim
Yeah, I
thinks
think
that that
so,
was a
'cause I think
morally
this is like a
wrong
crisis of-
situation?
well, it's like do I turn in the people that are my compatriots or do I follow the law to a T? Like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's best to roll for that. Wisdom maybe.
I mean, I think it's up to you, isn't it? What
I'll
do you
roll
think?
That wisdom check. Great, that's the best number. He's not going to turn him in. I think he feels
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
really
that's that
fucking
middle of the road
conflicted.
number for you.
He is, yeah. It's so 13 would have been just as bad. He's following along. I'm not going to turn anybody in. I'm walking behind everybody, silent.
Okay. Yeah, you there's like probably a moment where Kian is contemplating what just happened and processing it and trying to figure out, because it was awkward. The guy didn't overreact necessarily. There was a point where he was sort of shouting for the guards, but then afterwards he just seemed to be kind of perturbed, almost as if he had a fail-safe way of getting back at you should something go wrong. Maybe this has happened before. But yeah, he doesn't, I don't think, maybe because he wasn't so like completely over the top about it, it does enough to ensure that Kin is like, well, I think maybe he was okay.
Yeah.
And the group heads over the square and towards the Oracle's Rest. We will Star Wars transition to the other side of town.
Before we do that, did did anything
Swipe?
happen to the water for real, like from the spell?
Well, you didn't check it, so I don't know. He didn't seem to be affected by drinking the water. But you put a finger in, you did the spell, and then you force fed it to him, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you would have had to have studied it in some way, and
But it could still have an effect, maybe.
you didn't notice, you didn't immediately recognize a change in the fella.
I meant like over
color
time
or anything.
Okay.
You know, like there was no immediate thing, but you would have had to have done some sort of direct check. I mean, you can cast a spell on anyone or anything. It doesn't always necessarily mean you know.
Every word.
Yeah, what happened to it unless you conducted a test, and that's what the test was. Him, wasn't it? That was the test that you conducted.
Yeah, he was the test. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you know really, in a direct manner at least.
I don't think I care.
Okay, yeah. I got that sense. Sort of.
Yeah. I mean, he's a demigod. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Star Wars swipe to the other group who were looking for a well. Who is in the other group? Let's have a look. Who was it? It was Sacred.
Parmin, Mordin, Quip, and Kayak.
Yeah. So we see, as we sort of roll back time a little bit, the first group head across the square. The second group here start moving towards the south of town, which is where there are two main entrances to town. Although this town doesn't really have walls or anything, it does have some packed stone and some little like palisade wooden walls with things just to keep some animals out and stuff. This isn't like a huge fortified town. For the most part, it relies on its standing militia and watch to keep the town defended from monsters and creatures, as well as the fact that it's a guild town, so there's usually guild members in town that can stop anything drastic. For example, when the dead king tried to kill everyone in town, and you guys were the ones that were here that fended it off. But there are two sort of main entrances. There's the South Road entrance, which is where we began last week, and another entrance exit at the north of town with a little guard station. There is a kind of a gate that is at the top of a little pathway, and it's a pretty wide road that just connects to much smaller little cobblestone roads that run around the town. This town is pretty crazily built as well. It's very like oldie worldy European British in that there is no, it's not gridded, and it wasn't built with foresight in mind. They just built a house and they built it any which way, so it's kind
and
of
they kept going.
Yeah, it's just a mishmash. And once you get away from the main square and the main road, and start moving further into the areas where there are houses and sort of suburb parts of the town where the actual people that live here live, it becomes a little bit of a maze, and you start moving around. Generally speaking, the South Well isn't on the main road. It is within one of those little suburban kind of areas, a grouping of houses. But I think a few of you know your way around town, so I don't think you would necessarily get lost or anything. It just takes you a little moment. It's not quite the trip across the courtyard as it is for the other group. You guys have to kind of get in and start moving through this set of alleyways and parts of town that bring you, and I don't know if you know the way to the well, so we're watching Sacred, this big kind of purple minotaur, move along. You've got Par, this tiny little Matuki kind of Lalafell looking individual moving about. You've got Kip, who is currently in winter because of
That is right,
a breakup. With a Haagen-Dazs in one hand and a spoon in the other. Min, a kind of roguish figure. Tabaxi, another vaguely roguish figure, but more cat-like rather than half-elf. I think Min's a half-elf, right? And
That's right.
then there's a Goliath who really kind of looks like a giant mushroom samurai, surrounded by spores that are coming off of him. And you guys start moving through the alleyways and things, and just everyone's looking for a fucking well before eventually you find one. There's a grouping of houses. There's a single tanner's area rather than shop, just somebody who's like tanning, standing outside. Because of that, there's a slightly more opened area, a little sort of open square where the houses seem to have been built around one of these wells. And you make it and find finally one of the more accessible wells. Now, this is not the biggest well in town, and it is not the most commonly accessed well, but it is the one that you randomly decided to go to, which is why you've ended up at this well in particular. It's a basic daily use well from the people that live on the south of town. But you find it, and the group kind of, I think we see each of you approach, gather, and surround this well. A single bucket sitting on the side of the well. Pretty big. Those sort of, it's not just like one of those little daily buckets. It's like, I don't know if it's called a bucket, but those large wells that have a bucket that would be like the size of a torso, you know, like that kind of thing, attached to a chain and a winch. Does it have a name? Is that what it's called?
A pail?
A pail? Is that different to a bucket? Well, I had no idea. Jack and Jill. But yeah, you're at this well in this kind of area of town with a, we'll call it a pail attached to a chain and a winch. People coming and going, but no one seems to be using the well at the moment. You look into the well, there is water at the bottom of it. You know, it's as clean as a medieval well would probably look from your first glance. But there isn't like, you know, there's no like green smoke pouring up out of this well or anything like that. There isn't any distinct and immediate sense of poison, toxicity, you know, creatures. There's not like, you know, a billion rats running out of the well or anything like that. What do you guys do?
Does this place smell of used hankies?
Give me a perception check.
Perception check.
A 12.
Right
it does a little bit. It doesn't smell good.
I haven't checked yet.
Oh, sorry. I saw a 12
11,
there.
thank you very much.
I thought that was the dice that you just rolled.
No.
Yeah, an 11. Same thing. It doesn't smell particularly worse than when you first stepped out of the Oracle's Rest and caught a whiff of the general sickness in town. It kind of follows you over here. You get again the sense of people coughing and sniffling from inside a lot of the houses as you've been moving through this area. The Tanner's building seems to be closed. And this would be like a weekday, middle of the day weekday. I think it's mid-afternoon, so you'd expect them perhaps to be open. But yeah, there isn't a distinct and awful sense of smell. There's a little smell to the air, like kind of a stagnant water smell, but it's kind of maybe to be expected from a well in a hidden away back portion of town.
So,
Do you have any way to maybe peek around and see if there's some magic properties to this water? And I'm looking down. Well, actually, help me out.
okay, here you go.
And he just lifts me up, and I'm leaning now over the well a bit. Smells fine. ish.
Okay.
Do you have any way to maybe see if there's magical properties in the water?
Well, not at the moment. Normally, I can, but unfortunately, I didn't prepare that today. I didn't expect us to be dealing with any sort of plague.
Okay. Well, how about we take like one of my potion jars, and we just fill it with the water and label it, and then you can test it tomorrow.
We can do that. Okay.
Okay. I
Maybe
cast
we could
Mage
give it to
Hand.
that alchemist.
Oh. Well, right. The alchemist that is making potions and charging people again and again, even though he knows they don't work. That sounds like a great idea. And
That's sarcasm.
yes, it was.
Oh, that was
I
pretty
cast
funny.
Mage Hand, and I thank you. And I lower the empty vial down into the well, and I scoop some up, and then I bring it back, and hold on to the jar, and then I need some way to label this. Do you have ink? Because I lost all my cartography stuff in the prior dungeon.
I pull off a little mushroom off my shoulder. And it's a small ink cap mushroom.
Oh!
And get a little
Nice.
a thicker blade of grass and just sort of
Just label that one.
mushed it into.
Nice.
Got it.
Thank you so much. And then I will gently put that back into my bag.
Is the pail sitting on the rim of the well?
Yes.
Oh, now you tell me. I missed
bat
that.
it into the well.
The
Thank
bucket
you.
attached to a
Makes me feel better
chain
about my
and a winch part of the
decision-making.
description.
What? I'm sorry?
The bucket attached to a chain and a winch part of the description. I feel like it was my only description of the well.
It was your only description.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were doing something
I don't want to touch.
specific. That, like you specifically
am
wanted
doing something
Oh,
specific.
okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm doing something specific. The less contamination, the better. I'm going directly to the source because I'm
Right,
a
right.
scientist.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, should we hit the next well? Or does anybody have any other ideas?
Well, maybe we can have a look around and see if there's anything, weird about this one.
Okay. It doesn't look very used. You know? It looks kind of like out of the way, and maybe not a lot of people go here.
Okay.
I mean, but that doesn't
Well,
mean
let's-
anything.
Right. Let's check anyway, just to make sure. And then,
Oh, yeah, of course.
once we've looked around this one, then we can go to the next one.
Okay. I was just more thinking out loud, like, if it's not that used, what would be the rate of carry for this virus or whatever it is, this sickness? It'd probably be pretty low, and people are getting sick pretty fast. So maybe it's not water.
Might not be. This is just the first thought that I had.
Me
I look
too.
to a passerby, and I tug them on their pantaloon, and then I say, where do you drink water from?
Where do I drink water from?
Yes.
My mouth.
Oh, wow.
My eyes close
Here
real
we are,
slow
they're
and
coming.
squint at the guy
We
in
have a
the face.
genius here.
If you were thirsty, where would you go to get water?
Oh. He kind of looks at you astonished, 1 foot away from the well, looks at the well, looks back at you and says, "You can get water from the well. You just have to..."
You drink from there?
Yeah, everyone drinks from there. It's a well.
Okay.
From that one specifically, or...
Well, I do, because I live over there.
And are you sick?
No, I'm really strong. He stands back. This is like a grung, so a frog person. He's very long-limbed, very very thin, zero musculature on him. Don't say a word, Orcish. Just very thin, no muscles. Sort of a green to sort of tan, sort of patchy sort of skin. He actually looks kind of unwell. very thin looking, very, very weak looking in just sort of peasant garb as he looks down at, because he's relatively tall. He's probably like 5'9", 5'8". I think Dwyn is very short, right? Because he got magically shrunken.
I am about 4 foot.
You hear that, Orcish? 5'8" is tall.
It's tall compared to it's tall compared to a cat, yeah.
Well, okay. I disappear.
All right, see you. He walks off sneezing.
Oh, he is sick. I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might be water
Could also
related
just be
after all.
allergic to Dwyn.
Oh, I didn't think
fur.
about that. I'm not a
Yeah,
very
it
good
happens
scientist.
to people sometimes with me too.
You're allergic to Dwyn?
No, to my fur.
Oh, you're allergic to your own fur?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
If I look
investigate the
over-
well.
Okay, you want to investigate the well. Ratch?
If I look over, I also want to look at the well, but I was specifically want to look over and see if it's like a sewer system or is it just like coming up from the ground, like a regular old sort of well with a
Yeah,
sort of water
you
basin.
give me a perception check, and Sacred, you're doing an investigation, so an actual inspection of some element of this.
I'm looking around to see if there's anything weird about the well, like if there's some, like a hidden, something that's hidden on it, or like if there's some kind of spell or something that's engraved in runes or something around it. Stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, give me an investigation check and I guess an Arcana
15.
check as well.
Okay.
I got a 20.
These are two of my very best things that I can do.
Okay.
An 11 on my Arcana.
15 and an 11. You're sort of inspecting this thing in a way that, you're looking for anything weird that might be on this. We'll do Sacred check first. You look over this well. It really does seem like a pretty basic structure. The masonry of the well goes down relatively deep and it seems to be well made. It does seem like at some point they probably at one point this was probably a basic old well, but they do seem to have sort of refurbished it and sort of modernized it, which wouldn't feel like they'd modernized it to our standards, but at some point they did make this a stronger structure. There doesn't appear to be any
It's had some love.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be any hidden elements to this. Nothing that suggests that you could activate something, no mechanical element or hidden stones or anything weird like that going on. And there certainly doesn't seem to be any magical runes or anything like that on the well itself. As you look down, you're kind of looking on the inside. Doesn't appear to be anything bizarre like that. No. It looks like a pretty standard well. And to combine these two things, it does appear to be attached to a sewer system more so than an old well. Again, it probably started out as a standard well, but the town's pretty well built. It does have the town is not a rundown place necessarily. It's kind of old, so it has that lived in feel, stone town, like lots of people come through here all the time. There's a huge turnover of people that live here. There's a huge turnover of people that stay here for short to long periods of time, but it's lived in, but it does have a decent amount of money coming in, so maintenance of the town isn't too bad. It has a good amount of guards and things that seem to be well armed and well armored and well paid, in as much as guards and stuff can be. There's only so many people that actually stay and work in this town, and for the size of what it is. But it does have like a proper sewer system for the most part, and these wells do seem to be attached to that, as well as you know, some of the latrines and things, they had that old, you know, like an old aqueduct that would be separate from this, but it does have a sewer system that has flowing water, but they don't have, you know, like pipes and shit yet. So yeah, you get the sense that it is a rudimentary and basic, but very early medieval sort of looking sewer system.
Okay, so we can probably rule out something like pollution as a source. And sort of
Well, at
relaying
least on
that's
this
like,
one, I didn't notice anything strange here.
Wait, what are you looking
It
for?
seemed-
that potentially
Well, I-
maybe someone could be spiking it in a different location. It could be traveling this direction as a potential option. Or
Didn't it seem in
think
the
if it could have
tavern
been-
like it could have. Like it could have been.
That's really
airborne?
smart.
It could have been
What?
a unicorn.
Maybe.
No,
A unicorn?
airborne. Like in the tavern when people were sneezing and wasn't it catching that way?
I mean, I
Well,
didn't
I
see
mean-
anybody get
There-
instantaneously sick in the tavern.
Somebody was worried about it, right? Like, oh no, I guess just getting sneezed on.
Yeah, getting sneezed on
Well, I mean-
usually isn't very fun.
Maybe it's like maybe it's like a
Oh, I
an
see
illness.
what you mean. People are allergic to you. And so they sneeze on you. I get it. Took me a second, sorry.
Yeah, no, that could be. That could be.
Maybe it's a plague of the mind that's being represented physically, like sadness, like a deep, unending sadness that's coming out in sneezing.
I
We
think
gotta
that's
get
just
her
you.
back to summer,
Yeah.
Oh, what's
like
the
like
point?
as soon as
Well.
possible.
It could be that. Maybe. Regardless, I think this well seems fine. So
Yeah.
we got the
Okay.
water. Let's maybe let's see if we can find one that's a little bit more central in town.
Okay.
Okay.
absolutely.
This way. And I point in what I hope is the direction of center of town since I've been here long enough.
Yeah, you move
Okay.
from this well to a new well, which you want to go to a well that's in the center of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a
That's the hope
main
anyway.
there is a main well. It is more to the east of town than the center of town, but it is center east. There is a huge well that they use for more industrial purposes if they need it. It predominantly serves the center square of town, as well as gives access to things like the stables, where they need loads of water constantly and just in much larger batches. This well is again, it really is just a big well, but it's sort of double the size of what you might have just come from, with 2 pails with a much larger winch that are kind of attached, and you can bring them both up and down at the same time.
And I'm going to also ignore on purpose.
Okay, yeah.
I bat them both down.
This one's in use. Like,
Um,
there are a few people that are kind of queuing up and waiting to use this. It also has a single guard posted at it. So it takes a
Okay.
bit as you all approach and have to wait for a little while. You know, like not only a few minutes before gaining access.
Do the people
to this
in the
thing.
line look sick?
I guess give me a perception or an investigation
check.
Yeah.
I'll check on a medicine
a
check.
medicine check. Yeah.
Sure. I will allow it. Because yours is much better than
11.
mine.
An 11. The 2 people in line, they look like they must work nearby in one of these parts of town. They both have little like aprons on, and they have their hair is tied up, and they have what looks like dust or flour over them. They might be bakers or something. When you look at them, they kind of don't seem
Do
sick.
they smell nice?
They don't see. They do smell a little. They smell a little bit doughy, maybe. And they, but they don't actually seem sick. They don't seem to be sneezing or anything like that. I know you guys didn't get the list of symptoms, but they don't have the pale skin or the dark rings under their eyes, anything like that.
Okay.
They seem to be cognizant. They're kind of just like talking and chatting about, things going on around town.
Does it seem that in this area there are less sick people than in the previous area?
Make me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation check. I'm good at rolling 9.
It's kind of hard to say. I think it's the busiest part of the town. There are people coming and going from every corner. There are the people that are still coming in from the market. There are the guards that are moving about. There are people working. There are people that live here. There are travelers and adventurers like you guys in a way. It's hard to say if there are more or less people that are sick here from a surface glance.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm going to motion to the guard.
Yeah, he turns to you. Yes, sir.
Oh, hi. I'm Sacred from the Jack's Guild. We're just checking around town.
And I'm Par.
See if we can maybe... Yeah, this is Par.
Your members, eh? All right.
And that's Dwayne. And I obviously look really embarrassed that I didn't announce everybody else as well. Like I'm so riled now. And this is Kayak, and this is Dwayne, and this is Kip, and this is Min from the Jack's Guild.
All right.
You forgot more.
I came to this place from a well.
He just hides in the shadows. You come out of there. We're doing an investigation.
We're role playing.
Haven't been back in a long time. Don't know if I'll ever go back.
What?
We're just doing an investigation here. Have you noticed anything odd around the well or anything?
Anything odd around the well? He's a human, a human man with he's got long hair, but it's kind of unkempt. He's tried to keep it all kind of in a bunch behind his ears, but it just kind of falls in as a mess. He's wearing the basic watchman outfit, leather jerkin. He's got a spear and a shield on his back. He's sort of standing there. He seems to be a little tired, doesn't immediately appear to be unwell. But let's see how he rolls. A 3. He says, well, there's a few things that have been going on in town, yes. I suppose the first thing is that the mayor, he was due to be holding a fete at the end of the week, but I understand that's been cancelled, so that's a little odd, I suppose. Well, there's a sickness in town.
Yes, tell us about that.
Well, people have been getting sick all around town. It really seems to be catching as well. Everyone's caught a little sickness. My wife actually was sick at the beginning of the week for a day or two.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Well, she seems to be doing all right now.
Good, I'm happy to hear that.
Oh, were there any other events before the sicknesses happened that people went to?
Yes. Well, there's always something going on. There was over at the Oracle's Rest over there. They held a night of drinking and revelry. There was a travelling bard that had come through. Instead of the usual chap, they've got a chap over there, curly hair, grotesquely ugly, but very good at singing and coming up with sort of witty songs. I forget his name.
Day by Dave.
Dave, that's it. Yeah, comes up with horrific to look upon physically, but very good at what he does, I would say. And they had a night of revelry. There were some members that had come through from the guild. But I don't know if you were there. Perhaps you were there, actually. They had belly dancers and such that had come in, and there was a centaur that had travelled down. Esmeralda was was very interested in what?
No, I'm afraid I missed it.
Yeah, we were doing some other business. But yeah. So what about this? You said the mayor was talking about a fate.
Yes, there was due
hold
to
on.
be a fete at the end of the week, sort of a gathering. I think, my wife was going to bake some pies for it and bring them along. Not for sale.
That sounds nice.
Just
What
a
kind
hand.
of pies?
Well, she's a big fan of Dove. She makes Dove pies.
Dove pies? Oh, so like meat pies, not fruit pies, not dessert pies.
Right. Well,
Dinner
I mean,
pies.
she's very good at she makes a delicious cherry pie every year. When my son, he's 5 now, he's a big fan of cherry pies, but cherries can be quite hard to come by, so a little expensive and pricey. And we bake him a
sit down
cherry
and start
pie on
shopping
his
myself.
birthday, and she makes a delicious cherry pie on his birthdays. But for the most part, yeah,
Sacred,
she
he's
thought
very
she could bring-
boring.
She could bring some
Par, don't ask
Dove
him any more
pies along
questions,
for the-
okay?
for the fete.
No, I'm sorry. I have some very important questions to ask. I'm sorry. Could you back up just a little bit?
Yes,
Back to the
certainly
tavern
I can. Yes.
thing. No, I didn't mean physically. I meant in the storytelling thing. But yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, I completely understand the mix
you're
up
right.
there. That
6
was my
feet.
fault. I
We
should
should
have been a
do
little bit more
something.
clear. Anyway, the tavern event. You said they had somebody that they don't normally have.
Yeah, some sort of special visitor came down.
From where? Do you know any more about them?
I know absolutely everything.
Oh,
For
of course
fuck's
you
sake. He says, oh yes, I spoke the next day to one of your guild members, Bernie. Not sure if you've met him.
Yeah. I clearly don't know him, but I'm just nodding and smiling. Yeah.
Yes, well, so you had a chap come down. He was a guild master from the north, from somewhere out in the Frostlands, up at the Aegis Nation. Guildmaster Bisman came down.
Okay.
A centaur chap, absolutely bloody ginormous. Huge
I don't know what those are.
figure. Part man, part horse is what he wanted. The sort of a body of a horse and the body of a man. Now that I think about it, what does that mean? Does he have 2
Horse
stomachs?
arms and a man legs, or
No, the other way around. He's sort of a man on top and a horse on bottom, big sort of
Well-
elk horns.
So an
I will keep
abomination.
shame.
on the top. Oh, an
that's not
abomination.
very
Hey, that's not nice.
Yeah, there's,
Like a cat.
I
It's
thought
not?
for sure that was going to be a new
well, we've got a
fetish
cat right
activated for
here.
Kip,
There's a
but
frog over there. That man's a mushroom.
I was so wrong.
Yeah. There's a lot of different looking creatures and individuals in this world.
Do
Yeah,
you
but none
mind
of
if
us
we
are a
just,
horse on bottom.
Horse on bottom, man on top,
Speak for yourself.
elk, I would say, on very top, if I had to guess. Antlers
Okay.
almost.
I was just curious. So these performers came with the guild master, or were they separate?
No, there was a whole thing. I mean, from what I understand, it was a sort of an event. So they had lots of guild members come from, local area, and, they put a thing out. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't hear about it. Were you not invited?
Were there like invitations or something? Was this like, all guild members knew about this, or,
I mean, I would
was,
presume
were just
so,
some of
but,
us not
I mean,
invited?
I'm a watch member, not a guild member.
We
of
were in the desert.
I'm just
Jack's
curious
Guild.
if it seemed like there were a lot of guild members, or
Well,
if
quite
it was
few,
just a
yes,
small
yeah,
amount
there
of
was-
guild.
I mean, the place was packed out. There was
Take
so
a
many
deep breath,
noise
Bart. Deep
complaints.
breath, deep breath.
Par,
One of the
you
main
don't have to
reasons
take
I
it
became
personally. We were in the
aware
desert.
of
I
it
bet
was,
you-
all the
I bet you
noise
Esmeralda
complaints we
purposely
got-
didn't invite us.
we got for the
Thank you so
evening.
much,
No,
sir.
it's not
I'm
like that.
glad your wife is feeling better, and I hope that you get some cherries for your cherry pie for your son. Have a good day.
All right, yes. Well,
Waddle
thank you.
Glad we
away.
weren't
We
invited.
should probably still look at the well.
Yes, would you like
I
some
waddle
water?
towards Pa.
We're just gonna take a look at it.
Well, help
If
yourself.
that's okay.
Yeah,
I would like to look in
there's
the well.
There's a queue forming behind you, by the way. Hurry up, will ya?
I walk ahead of the queue. I ignore the queue, and I go to look in the well.
Yeah, you look in the well. Okay, give me a perception check.
I know a thing or two about wells.
Do you?
Do you?
I do.
Yeah? Do you
Yeah,
really?
she also
26.
can walk on
Sure
water.
do.
Natural.
I can walk on water and
natural
I know a lot
20,
about
it. Oh, wow.
26.
I came to this place via a well.
Okay.
That's what I was nattering
wow.
on about on our way here.
Yeah, all right. That means you know everything about wells, apparently, because you see everything. You look into this well. You get every piece
I
of
believe she
information.
said I know a thing or two about wells.
But didn't she roll a natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh, so she knows everything.
Knows everything.
Yeah.
So you notice that the stones around the base of this are sort of damp. There is a faint, sort of acrid odor. The smell is immediately stronger the closer to the well that you get. It's kind of unusual. The scent that comes off of the water in this well. You also notice that the surface of the well, the water in the well, is a little oily. There's a sort of faint trace of oily residue to some of the stone, especially around where the area of the bucket is resting, the two buckets. Has a kind of metallic sheen to it. I wonder if you get anything else. Hold on, because that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
No. That's what you
Okay.
see with your eyes and ears and smell.
Okay. There's something wrong
I'll
with
do
this
the
well.
same. What?
Yes, it's can you see the sheen on it? It's oily of some way. It's rancid.
I'm gonna
It's not fresh or
stick
good.
my snout. I'm gonna stick my snout over the.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, it's
I'm
a
also
bit
going to
dank.
take a look.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can
I'm
sort
impressed.
of freely see
Mm.
what she has already seen now.
It's a residue, DM.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take a little letter opener and I scrape some off and I put it inside a small little wooden tube and I put it inside a kit.
Yeah, it's almost a little sticky.
Good.
Sacred.
Yeah,
Tell
that does
water.
tell everyone not to use this well any longer.
Everybody,
No.
listen up.
Boy, hurry up.
Hi. First of all, hello. My name is Sacred. I'm from the Jack's Guild. This is Kayak. This is Min. This is Kip. And that's Par, who looks very angry over
yeah.
there. And
Thank you.
yeah, that's Morden. And this is Dwayne.
I hide
We're
from
all from the
Sacred's
Jack's Guild.
view.
And I just want to let you know something is wrong with the water here in this well. Please try and use, and I direct them to the other well that we went to that we inspected, and it was probably okay. I say, for now, just try the other well. This one, I think is, there's a problem with it.
Might be what's causing everybody to be sick. So very, very
Yeah.
serious.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage, Sacred.
Making all my best
I'm going to
stuff.
stand close to the well and make my spores maybe add a little weird look around the well. Maybe
Okay.
just the ambient
Yeah.
spore
Illusion.
cloud.
I think we were going to do something else as well. That's a performance check, by the way. Do you want to keep that?
Oh, I'm
I'll
sorry.
allow it if you want to keep
It's
that.
the same. It's the same roll.
Okay. Yeah, a 14. People start muttering around you immediately. Like, oh, that's what making people sick. The water. I thought they checked the water. Oh, that's what we were told. And they sort of start, moving around. They say you can hear people immediately. The people in the immediate area start to turn away from the well and discuss this and move away. The sounds of it permeating, like as whispers do. The guard says, "Oh, I didn't know you were here to investigate the well."
Well, yeah, that's what we said.
Oh, right, okay. Well, right. Well, I think they had somebody investigate the well already. I think it was the
Well, there's some-
alchemist.
What's wrong with you?
Me.
Did he say the alchemist?
My
Yes.
back's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he most certainly did.
Yeah, my back's a little out. But,
Is it bad? Hold on, let me crack it for you.
Yeah,
Just
all right.
cross your arms. Touch your
Okay.
shoulders like that.
Drops his
Yeah, okay,
spear to the ground.
Yeah,
Crosses his
I got
arms.
you. Don't worry. I'm gonna squeeze you a little bit, okay?
All right,
Is that
yes.
all right?
Just breathe out on the squeeze.
Okay, yeah.
Take a
All right.
big deep breath in,
Okay.
and then as you
That's
exhale,
it.
Okay, here we go.
Out on the squeeze.
You kill him.
already.
You kill him immediately.
yeah.
I'm kidding. You don't really.
That got me. That really
So
got
ready.
me.
and the death.
Yeah, you crack his back.
Jump in the well, jump in the well.
You can hear his back. All the the popping of a back spine.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Okay.
Not in a you've snapped his spine way. He says, "Oh, that's much better. Yes. Oh, that's fun. Yes.
good, buddy. What was your name? Sorry.
Absolutely wonderful to meet you. My name's Malcolm.
Yeah,
Malcolm.
good on you, Malcolm. Okay.
Malcolm.
Thanks for your help today. And I'll be sure to look forward to that dove pie that your wife is making.
Yes. Well, I mean, she's probably not going to make them now because so at the end of the week there was due to
All
be a
right, thank
fete,
you so
and-
much, buddy.
All right.
You have a great day.
What's
Yep.
wrong with him, Sacred?
Bye.
He's a normie, darling.
His back was hurting.
He's a norm.
Oh.
I fixed it.
I didn't know that it made you that way.
He's a normie. You hear whispering from the
Yeah, I
guards.
Oh,
Painful
It's un-
to be around.
it's
from the
incur-
other guards.
It's incurable.
Oh. I start to cry at incurable disease of Normie. Oh no.
Are we really? Gotta...
Yes. So as we turn around, I said, okay, let's talk about this.
Okay,
We're over here.
huddle up, everyone.
Okay.
And no one moves. Okay.
You
I'm
huddle up
huddled
in
in.
the busiest part
I
of
huddle
town.
up.
Yeah. Mhm.
Times Square. Huddle up.
Okay.
Well, I motion everybody to move away from the well, basically. And,
Okay.
yeah. So obviously there's some kind of problem with the well. Did
We
you
burned the
grab
well.
any water? Did you grab some water from it, or just that ooze?
I think
What
Dwayne
ooze?
scraped it. Somebody scraped the ooze off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dwayne got some.
Okay.
Mhm.
Huh?
Did you get some
You
of
got
the
some of the
stuff
ooze,
off of
right?
the water?
It made a
I
loud
cast Mage
scraping
Hand
sound,
and
Dwayne.
send it to go get
Who's
some of
asking?
the water sample.
Literally,
Yeah,
Par
you can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
is asking.
Okay, I have some. And I pass it over to get inked with the number 2. I just put, yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's perfect. Great, thanks. Yeah, that doesn't look right, does it? Does it look wrong?
Sorry.
Or is it only smell?
Read it again.
Yeah. Now that you notice it, it's similar in the way that it has a slight sort of metallic sheen to it. It does smell a little wrong. There's a little oily element to it. The acrid odor to it.
Wow, good catch, Kip.
This was the original vial, or the new one.
New
Thank
one.
you.
This is the new
Labeled 2.
one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, what you thinking, Sacred?
Something screwy with it. And he
Yeah.
said that the alchemist already checked it.
Which is weird, right? That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a hamster
Yeah.
that's working right now in my brain.
Oh. What's his
Yeah,
I
name?
pounce on his head.
Okay. I love you too, buddy.
I try looking into his ear as he picks me up out of his head.
I'm just giving him scritches while he's up there. Okay. So, yeah, the alchemist apparently checked the well. Do you think? No, it can't be. Do you really think that the alchemist could be involved some way?
I mean, I don't know.
If
Maybe
we
the
saw
others
there
have
was
found
something
something.
wrong, how did he know?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't see anything wrong, and Sacred didn't see anything wrong, and Dwin didn't see anything wrong until Kip saw it. So maybe it's just Kip's
true.
magical winter eyes.
I just need everyone to know that every time
Special
Par
eyes.
compliments me, my eyes flame a little bit red, like the summer heat coming back a little bit. But then I look away bashfully.
So it's
Not important to the
possible
story,
that he
but-
just
Okay.
missed it. I mean, it's possible that he just missed it, but I still think it's weird to continue to charge people for something that you know doesn't work.
Maybe he
mean-
did it, and
Well-
he just came here to say that it was fine, and that was it. The alchemist is trying to
I
kill
know.
everyone.
There's something wrong about the whole thing.
Well, maybe we should talk to the others and tell them what we found.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Okay.
idea. Okay,
Okay. Let's go back to the Oracle's Rest.
yeah.
You know, we could kidnap the alchemist and then just see how long it takes for everyone to get better without his interference, and then we'd know.
I like that
Well-
idea.
That's a maybe
I
we
think we're
save that for
skipping a
plan
step.
B.
What's the
Yeah,
over-under on
okay.
kidnapping here in this place? Like 10 years, 20?
I get a plan B.
I have to be honest with you, Dwayne. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know
either.
how much
They probably just.
how much time one would get for kidnapping.
Yeah, there's
It's
also
just a
thing-
little
there's
kidnap.
there's also still things like beheading and shit. So
We don't know.
10
how big
years
the
of
Yeah,
alchemist
it's
beheading.
fine.
is.
We wouldn't hurt him. It would just be for a couple of weeks, right?
couple
Well,
weeks
then
of
we don't have to
kidnapping.
kidnap him. We could just ask him. You know?
Why don't we talk to
Anyway.
the others first?
Yeah, we
If
best
we
check
buy
in with
him
the
an
others.
all-inclusive holiday somewhere for 2 weeks, then maybe
Yeah, I mean, an all-inclusive
and
holiday,
we're just-
Portugal. He'd probably love that. Send him to Portugal.
Send him on a cruise.
Mhm.
Send him on a cruise, Caribbean cruise. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
he-
work.
Limited
won't
water
come back.
supply.
You head back over to the Oracle's Rest, and as you step in, you recognize that the other group have been there. That you guys, the rest of you have probably been there. This probably took them a little longer than it took you guys to just head over the street, fuck with the alchemist, and come back. These guys kind of did a bit more of a longer journey, and head back. But you guys probably only been back 15, 20 minutes or so. Maybe the alchemist team are sat around one of the tables. A few of you might have drinks or a chicken.
Ken's in a corner away from the group with his hands, like his head in his hands.
Yeah.
Trying
Okay.
to come to terms with what happened. I don't know if you'd notice him, but he's off to the side.
Yeah, I mean,
course we noticed
you
you.
guys head on in, and you can regroup. Yeah, what do you do?
Okay.
Ooh, beer! I run away to the bar.
Runs away.
I think
Someone should keep an eye on
would
her.
be around the corner with my poisonous kit and my sample, trying to identify this sludgy thing.
Hey friends, how'd it go?
The alchemist is a piece of work.
I knew it.
Ungrateful. Yeah, I tried to, concoct concoctions for him. I made him drink it, he was ungrateful. He did not want to pay, so I hope he dies. Anyway, how was your journey?
That's a little extreme. But did you find out if he was, involved in this at all, maybe?
He did it.
Did I
He
just hear
did
he
it?
did it?
He did it.
That's
I
right.
think that's what he said.
That's what I'm
Yeah, I
already
can smell.
saying. Wow.
Yeah, I can smell
How'd you
him.
find that out?
mean,
I could tell. I just look into his eyes and told me everything.
Excellent work.
I forcefully held him down with my vines.
Yes,
I'm sorry, you did
And
what?
Did what?
great help.
What now?
No, I'm an alchemist all of a sudden.
Oh
Kip says,
no! I did it!
say that slower.
It was me!
It was me. I did it.
It was me!
Oops.
You did what now?
Nothing. Everything's fine. Kip just asked him to
I
describe
got a
that
health
slower.
potion.
Yeah, she pulls
Okay,
out.
so
She
you-
pulls out a health potion, famously red. This one seems to be
Oh.
more
Of course.
amber in color.
That's weird.
That's from him?
So,
Not. Yeah, it's from him.
Okay, so we can use that as evidence. All right?
If we
Sure.
need to.
I'm a little hung up on what you said there, Umla. What do you mean you entangled him with vines?
Entangled him with my vine.
Yeah, I would really like to know more also.
Yes. He was a great help. We held him down. We opened his mouth forcefully, and I poured my liquid inside of his mouth to see if it makes him better.
I was a great help.
Wait. To see if it made him better? Was he sick? He's sick,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah, he's a sick
He was
individual
sick.
in the head and in the body.
Signs.
He was sick, so he's not sick anymore, so you fixed him?
We do not know. He would not tell me. He said something about calling the gods. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, we
that's
got kicked
suspicious.
out.
Certain.
You got.
I think you should go see him.
asked to leave.
Huh.
Okay.
It was kind of weird.
Like, did
Yeah,
you
I mean,
say
the
yes
hosting
or
with him
something?
is weird.
We should do good group, bad group. And we were
Did
the
he
bad
did he ask
group.
to be tied down?
We were
Did he say yes to being tied down?
no.
His eyes said yes. His body may
I
have
have
said
my
no.
boots up on the table and I'm just watching everyone entertained.
He
He was asking for
he
it.
did not consent to getting the water poured down his throat.
Tomato.
vines.
He seemed to be upset.
Oh no.
He was desperate.
So is this? Hold on, I'm just a little bit confused. So if you could just walk me through this. So was the tying down before or after you discovered he was guilty?
Yes.
I don't.
Both.
We have no evidence he is guilty.
Yes, we do.
Oh.
But Amari said he figured it out.
Yes.
Maybe it's a demigod thing.
It is.
Yes,
It
he
is
is a-
perhaps
it's a
I didn't
demigod
see
thing.
the evidence. Amari, what is the evidence? I must not have seen it.
I am a demigod, so I can tell these things. It's all about the way they speak, the way their breath smells, the way they move and fidget their fingers. I saw how he was looking at Saga. It's all guilty. Guilt. And then when I asked him if he tried to heal people, he said, "Oh, I don't know. People always come in here and look for a heal, and I don't have any." But we know that he's been selling stuff to people for whatever works that he's been doing. He's experimenting on people. He can't take the experiment himself. I want to quarantine him, slit his throat, and get rid of the problem. Easy.
This is.
But I
this
listened
is
to
a
you,
lot of
and I held
assumption.
him down.
This is a lot of
Yeah.
assumption.
It's fine. It's
How did
fine.
he look at
The
Saga?
vine slowly creeped up his legs and spread his legs wide and held him down. And then Saga gracefully caressed his lips. Very, very nice, if I have to say. And spread his lips open. He did not fight back at all. He's is all he said. And we poured my liquid down his
He
throat.
definitely.
I massaged his throat so
definitely-
he could swallow it.
He was
That was it.
definitely trying to move.
I support this message.
Yeah.
I'm going to slowly walk over to
For the
the
visual
bar.
learners?
I think that was
slowly
pretty
walk over to
visual,
the bar.
actually. I think
I'm
I
more of a
just saw it.
hands-on.
I saw it in my eyes.
I did.
Yeah.
There was like
Marsh,
full
what's
credits
the
directed by
strongest
Michael
drink you
Bay.
have?
I think it might be best if the other group goes and talks to the alchemist. However, he may be in a bad mood.
Yeah, I'd
Nah,
say.
he's fine. I've seen
But-
worse.
I can
You
be
should see
quite
the gods when
charming.
they're mad.
I think you should go.
Maybe. Yeah.
Would you like for me to go with you?
Tell him you know us.
No, we're gonna stay here. I think it's
Oh.
best.
No.
He did not seem to be okay with us.
Would you like me to come along?
The door might be locked right now. I don't know if he would open it if we were outside.
Yeah, it's okay.
So this sounds like it didn't go well. Just,
It went well. Speaking of wells, how did it go for you?
well, I think we found something. Maybe. However, the guard said that they already had somebody to check the well, and that it was the alchemist, and he said the well was fine. Hey, Dwayne, did you find anything?
You see Dwayne in the corner with a leather kit open up, It's got some tubes in there, some little pinchy things, a scraper. I at the moment I am trying to see if it is a poison, if I can use it as a poison, or just to kind of identify its poison nature.
And you're using a poisonous kit?
I do in fact have a poisoner's kit I got from a fellow tabaxi in the desert. At one time in the arena.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I guess you can make me a check with that thing. I don't know what the required skill check is. I'm assuming int or whiz. Medicine
Okay.
is whiz, right?
Medicine
Yes.
is wisdom. What do you want me to roll?
Well, when you use one of those things with proficiency, you can add your
attribute.
Your attribute, right? So wisdom or int. I don't mind which one you can pick.
Okay.
Alchemy is usually like int based.
It seems like an int-based thing to me, but then medicine
mean-
checks are whiz for some reason. So medicine to
he
me
did
sounds
just
like
play
an
an
int.
alchemist for like 2 years, didn't he?
I
Yeah.
did, but I am now a rogue. I don't know if
Yeah,
it is
he's
different.
he's actually playing a different character today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
No, yeah, it's
You
alright.
never know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. The thing is, if we could bring in outside knowledge for this, Tuesday would already have solved this thing.
Yeah.
She probably knows.
She's trying very hard to
Mhm.
help us.
Oh, she's going to
The
write a
rest of us
complaint at
are.
the end of this, and I know she is.
It was super obvious
Okay.
that it was
Absolutely
airborne and blah blah blah.
no way that.
Probably,
No. There's just no
birds.
way that this is going to make sense, logically, because
At any rate,
I'm doing
I
it.
do this plus 3, so it's a 24 now.
I'm done. Well, you should be able to add your. Do you have a proficiency with the kit?
Cool.
I should do. Let me check.
Hold on, let me
No,
open
only with
your-
thieves' tools.
Let me open your sheet. Only with thieves' tools. Okay.
Yes. So.
All right. So the thing just allows you to make the check then. Okay, 21. So you're doing like an analysis on this water, right?
Are you openly doing this?
I am. You know where I normally curl up and I play. I'm by the fire. I am over there. I am just splayed out like kitty cat style. And yes, I'm just openly doing this. If I see you looking at me doing this, I kind of, I don't know, blink slowly and then go back to work.
That means he likes you.
And you're how are you doing this? What is the intent and what can this kit actually provide for you?
So the kit I have, I can make it like it has a pestle in motor. I can crush herbs and things to make poisons, slow, fast, quick-acting poisons and things. I am using what I have and comparing it to what I controls and stuff I have to see if what I have with me is some sort of poisoning agent or something. You know, like fantasy.
Yeah, okay. I think you're able to determine that there is an element of poison to this water. What you would notice is that there's an element to this water that would be harmful, I guess, to organic matter. It would be consistent with other poisons that you might be familiar with, toxins in particular. There has been the water has been tainted by a substance that is not naturally occurring in the environment, I think is what you would learn. And since you're using this from a poisoner's perspective, you get the sense that it is very similar to the way that someone might poison things, but not like someone's dropped nightshade into the water source exactly, but more like an additional toxin has been added in some way.
I have a little vial of canary mites. I guess I apply some of it to the mites and I see how fast they die.
Yeah, they die pretty
Oh my
quickly.
God.
I think they would die pretty quickly. This
Cat has mites.
you get the sense that this isn't that there is this is a 2 fold thing. There does seem to be an element of like a plague kind of sense to this, but on top of it, there is a dispersal method that would be consistent with some sort of toxin. So something is.
Would it be possible to
poisoning
apply
the
to
water.
an arrow?
Not really.
Okay.
You probably could. If you put it on the arrow and fired it quickly enough into someone, it would give them this sickness and this plague. There's an element to it that is presumably kind of quick acting in the sense that it's designed to be toxic and spread. But yeah, it's not really like the quick acting poisons that you would use to assassinate someone, but more the type of thing that's a plague spreading toxin.
Okay. Was Min going to come over, or she was just looking at me?
I think.
I
Stella,
said,
was that
did you find anything?
Watching? Oh, Par said it. I've been
Oh,
watching, but from my table with my tea.
I shake a tube of dead mites. It's poison.
That alchemist? We knew it!
And I just look at Ken.
Well, now all we know is he checked it at some point. But we don't know when. I'm not saying he didn't do it. He was definitely irate, but he was also sick. He was showing the same symptoms.
Is it magical? In nature, Dwin, do you know?
I don't know. I don't think so. It just looked like slow poison. Can you
Did he?
detect magic?
I can't.
Can anyone?
I mean, at least none of us can. You know what else would be great?
We might be able to. Hold on.
If we had the one thing that you're supposed to take as a wizard or a sorcerer, and I never take it, is to purify water and drink or food. And I'm just like, I'm never gonna need that.
Did the clerics get that? I know druids
I think
can.
so, yeah.
Cleric should have a
I
couple
have
of
it,
things.
but it's not
We
prepared.
get detect magic as well, but I don't have it prepped. Oh well.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
I do not have create or destroy water prepped. I don't have detect magic prepped. I don't have purify food and drink prepped.
I actually have create and destroy water prep. Funny enough.
Oh, well, we
that's
don't
a
want to
purify
destroy
water,
water.
doesn't it?
This
That's
is
just
gonna
freeze
be
Yeah,
water.
just fucking
makers.
annihilate the
Different
town
stuff.
supply. I think that's great. Let's do it.
Is there like a
Dehydrate.
detect poison
Problem solved.
spell?
There is. There's
poison.
detect poison and
Poison
disease.
and disease.
I also have that
I think it's
spell,
great
and
that
it's
we don't-
also
that
not
none of us have
prepared.
it.
Okay. In that case,
purify
yeah,
is
Great that none of us
not
have it.
guys would need to do some
Cool.
form of
Would
rest.
it really see if
We
any
would
of
need
us have the
to
base
long
spell?
rest.
None of us.
Yep.
I have a question. Was he sad when you saw him?
He seemed
Like,
exhausted.
did he seem the type? Right. So did he seem the type to be sick and then want to make everyone else sick with him so that they all go down in flames or something?
Like, I didn't get that from him. He might now.
Right. Just thought I'd ask.
If he wasn't the problem, he is now.
We've created our own villain this day.
Just an innocent man.
I think it
I don't
might
think he's
be a good
innocent.
idea because if this stuff is poison, him being an alchemist, I mean, I don't think I would divulge that you know, but it might be good to ask him some questions. Maybe you can get a read on him better than we could.
Who?
The alchemist. Since we
Oh, right.
know that this is poison, you might be able to
Yes.
talk to him. Just, I don't think you should divulge that you discovered it's poison. Get him to talk and admit that he looked at the whale when he did it.
We can
I think it might be
tie him
best.
down again with my vines.
You are going to stay with me.
Yes, I can produce more liquids. It's no
Okay.
problem.
I will get you guys something to drink. They'll go do that.
Well, I mean, shouldn't we just take this evidence to the mayor
I don't drink.
and
We don't
see what
have
the mayor wants
evidence.
to do? We have this. We have poisoned water from the main well, and we have the fact that the mayor sent the alchemist to come and check the water, and the alchemist was like, all clear. I mean, it's possible that the alchemist checked the water before there was an issue and missed it or whatever and is totally innocent, but I think the mayor should maybe have a say in what happens next, right?
That's fair.
Do you think that it's possible that the well might have been damaged by any chance?
I have
Maybe
no idea.
seepage?
When I was exploring the well, I noticed that the stones at the base were damp and things, but did I see any specific damage?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Not anything significant or that stood out, like an obviously like blown wall or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Well, I gave it a real good look, and I didn't see any damage particularly. It seemed to be an issue with the water itself and not with the well.
So maybe, then Par, maybe you are correct. We should go to the mayor, and he can have guards, but at least restrain or not arrest, but just so he doesn't try to escape, instead of us going and questioning.
Yeah, I mean, I think the mayor will be able to provide more context at least.
Right.
One thing is
Before
for
we
sure, I am
immediately
not
go and
swimming in
try
the
to
well.
apprehend someone.
Oh, I didn't want to apprehend. I just didn't want to talk to him again. But I think he might have information
Well, I just mean
still.
before things get out of hand.
Sure.
Or Vine.
I come back and like from the bar, and I've got one of the strongest drinks that Marsh sells here, and I'm drinking it right now.
Yeah, it's
I'm still
petroleum.
processing what happened at the alchemist place.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it was a good
I'm
thing.
looking over at you. I'm so
Just shaking my head at Ken.
I couldn't do
I'm
anything.
gonna walk over.
Poor Kim.
I have an
I'm
idea.
gonna head over to Timber
if you-
and grab that potion that she has and ask Dwayne to check this as well. You're still holding it,
Oh,
I
that's a
imagine.
great
You're
idea.
offering it.
Because that's from him, too,
I mean,
right?
I wasn't offering it. I mean, yeah, it was it was at his place.
How much did it cost?
Okay.
It was on sale. It was so cheap. It was so affordable.
It was a steal, you say?
He's selling things on sale.
It was a steal.
Oh, wow, okay. I wonder
this
if
point-
that's how he's getting people to drink it. Oh, it's cheap. It's on sale. It's a steal. Have this and then get horribly ill. What a monster.
Maybe.
Well,
Did he have shifty eyes when he gave it to you?
Is someone holding that liquid right now?
No,
'Cause
I was
I am trying to. I want to
I think she
logically
handed it to
prevent
Dwayne.
an actual disaster here. Is someone holding it up?
I
The
am.
vial itself? Okay.
Me.
He told us the yellow liquid was
Kaya grabbed it
dangerous.
from me.
Saga got close to the yellow liquid and he warned her that if it broke, it would take us all out.
Oh,
That did happen.
that's because yellow can sometimes be like fire magic. I'm just making that up. I don't actually
You know
know
what
that,
they say,
so
don't
feel free
drink
to
yellow
correct me.
potion.
Say,
No, I'm
if
just
it's
saying I don't
yellow,
know if he
let
was
it mellow.
I don't know if he was trying to sell it. So if she was able to purchase it, maybe it was a mistake.
Oh.
That could,
Well,
yeah,
either way,
maybe.
I think we need to talk to the mayor and
Who's sick?
and get her involved. I forget the mayor's.
The mayor is a little halfling called Ibble Copperkettle, and that is purely
That's
from
right.
my memory.
As
so I will
Mayor
double
Elder.
check.
We had a mission to find their relative.
Yeah, you went and did a thing and found his daughter or niece, I think it was. Absolutely. ages
daughter.
ago.
Yes, so he loves us.
Before you go anywhere, allow me to be as of help, since I am not allowed to go. I'll puke inside of a vial, but it'll be the purest spring water that you've ever seen, and I would create water. Then I will cast restoration, lesser restoration in the water and stir it up. Hey, who's the alchemist in here? Who can test water? Can someone test this to make sure that this is really good water here? I did not put my finger inside this one. I did not stir it like Kool-Aid and sugar. It's okay. Here, check this out. If this works, yes.
I go up to it and I smell it. You asked for an alchemist. I'm not an alchemist, but I just go and I smell the water.
Yes. It should be very clean.
Give me a
pure.
perception check.
Okay. I was literally just going to be like, yeah, it smells great.
Oh, okay.
23.
I mean, I was going to say. If
No. 23.
Yeah, you can. It smells like water.
It smells like water.
Yeah. Very clean, I promise you. Take this to the mayor, show him the difference between the two, and have the mayor drink this. If I can have someone test it, to see if it works.
Oh,
I
you
tried to
gave
do
her
this
the
for
poison
alchemists.
water?
No, he created water
what I
from
thought.
his
I created water
mouth,
from me.
and he gave it to her.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
right.
it's clean. Pure. Demigod water. I was going to bottle it up and sell it, but you know. So.
Oh, are you
also-
able to resupply the water in the town?
I don't have that much liquid inside me.
Oh.
But maybe on a full moon I can do something.
Well, you can make up to about 10 gallons of clean water with this.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, I am. I can also cast
Okay.
a spell. Just not at the moment.
All right. Right. I'm more of a 20-gallon type guy, but okay, fine. So.
Oh, wait a second. Wait. So, in theory, if you were to do 10 gallons of water with 10 gallons of regular, non-magically purified, but let's just say it's also not contaminated for the sake of science, wouldn't that just slowly make people better? It's not as strong, but then if you mix it together, the whole thing is still now purified. It's just diluted purified, right?
Yes, that's a good way to put it. Mm-hmm.
So you'd need to have the water like 2 times instead of just 1 time, but you could give it to more people.
Yeah. You can do this. Or Sacred and I can work together. If Sacred know the arts of lesser restoration, we can possibly make even more water.
I can also do
10 gallons. You're not going to be able to do the whole town.
There's another.
So,
even to the important people that matter.
Break it to you, buddy. If you're casting lesser restoration, it doesn't work on water.
It does not work on water.
No.
I'll be back.
Where does it say that? I checked the label.
And I waddle out.
Lesser
label of your
restoration's cast
spell.
on a person. It's a creature.
So they drink my water first. Then we cast lesser restoration on them. Then we drain them of my water, and then we submit it to everyone. This is an old ritual we used to do. Blood sacrifice works all the way. Didn't know times were
push
like
up out of
Drinking
my
water with
chair.
extra steps.
I'll follow Par out.
I'm gonna have a
I
conversation.
think we're on to
with
something.
Mario's going back.
Bring me a goat.
I'm not sure.
Bring me a goat.
Yes, thank you. That's
Alright.
what I was remembering. Now.
Who's following Par out?
I would
So
follow
I
Par
guess-
out as well. Yeah.
Min.
Min.
I
would
before you
go
go.
with them.
I try to tell them another idea, but they won't.
Min, Dwayne, Kin. Sorry, just Min, Dwayne, and
I'll go
Saga.
I'll go too.
Min, Dwayne, Saga, Kayak.
I have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
What are you drinking,
Oh, I'm-
Sacred?
I'm-
Could I
I'm
have
probably
some?
Because
holding
Kin
on to
can't
you.
do it.
Listen. I'm a very nice boy.
Okay, group still in the Oracle's Rest. Are you doing anything else, or are we following?
I'm talking to the moose and trying to tell them that we can actually purify the water, but it has to be
He's
tomorrow
not a moose.
at 3 p.m. You know, moose, we can probably purify the water and just make this whole thing go away, but I kind of want the alchemist to suffer.
He's not a moose.
Why?
Never said he wasn't a moose. He's a moose. Because,
I did. I said it earlier.
Wait, are you
how
a
did you
moose,
say it?
Sacred?
No.
Oh my god, I never knew you were a moose.
I'm a minotaur.
I'm a horrible
Oh.
friend.
That's right, a minotaur. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
I give Kip like a little hug. Like it's okay. I'm not a moose.
I am now crying for the rest of the scene. Goodbye.
All right. Okay. Okay. So we see, the camera moves away from the group that remain, and we follow. Par just kind of wanders out. A few of them break off and naturally start following Par out of the tavern doors. You step out into the sort of hustle and bustle of the town, and Par is heading towards the cartography shop, which is owned by the Copper Kettles. There is I wouldn't call it a mansion, but a big house in town that the Copper Kettles live in, but they are by day cartographers. Well, the mayor is he sort of is. He's probably the richest guy in town, maybe old money, and they are as close to what nobles are in this town, but they still kind of work, and he works as a sort of old, part retired cartographer, whereas his daughter, Megan was her name, she's sort of a local geography expert that I think you asked her some stuff at some point as well for another quest.
Yeah, I wanted to be a map maker.
Right.
On the side.
And so you know the way there. Kind of on the north side of the square, you guys head over. Again, just moving through the hustle and bustle of people moving around. It's not packed or anything, but we see the group of you head towards where this cartographer's is. The cartographer's has a set of tables out the front. The Copper Kettles work on some of their craft out in the daylight, just to get an even light on the blueprints that they work on and the maps that they work on. So sometimes you'll see them in the summer working out underneath a sort of an awning, rather than in the workshop itself, which is the case today. You can see as you approach the cartography area, there's just a few large desks with lots of rulers and rules and pencils and pens and inks, and you can see the young halfling and the Copper Kettles kind of they have old money, so they're in relatively fine clothes compared to the sort of average wear of the town. She's there. She's got like a pretty huge tuft of very sort of dark auburn hair that comes out, but is actually pulled back in a with what are those things that you would wear if fuck it, headband. She has it in a headband, and it's pulled away from her head, but her clothing and her demeanor seems to be of someone who is it sort of comes a little bit from money. As you approach, she sort of glances up and does a double take as she recognizes a couple of the faces and says, "Oh, hello there."
Hi, how are you?
Yes, very good. Let me think. It was Pip.
Par.
Right. Yes. Sorry. There's so many people in this town. I forget
That's okay.
so much. And it was guild members. Are you here
clearly
to?
hurt.
Yeah. Are you here to see about a map or?
No, actually, I was just coming to ask a couple questions. One, do you have any spell scrolls available that maybe purify water?
Well, this is
or
a
get rid of
cartographer's,
disease?
so we don't sell spell scrolls.
You bitch! I asked to go somewhere that sells spell scrolls.
Oh, I thought you wanted to go and see the mayor. I read it really quickly.
That's okay.
She
We're here now.
says,
Okay. Oh, right. My apologies. Where would I go to do that?
He says, let me remind myself. Now, you guys do have access to a document. which gives you all of the basic information in our Discord. I think it's in general pinned, and if it says it in there, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So it's probably gonna be. Oh yeah, because there's we have a general store, an alchemist, blacksmith, and an erotic bookstore.
That's right.
Written on this thing. Yeah, I guess.
Do we have a name for the erotic bookstore?
There
I
was
don't know.
one,
Did
Are
we?
you gonna say Bad Dragon?
No, I'm hoping chat will start coming up
I
with
think I have it
Come up
written
with a
down
name.
somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
No, we don't have a spell scroll. She says, well, you're in luck. It's just next door. She
okay,
points,
perfect.
and there is a very obvious spell scroll store with like
And I
a
just
spell
missed it.
scroll
Blinders on.
with a spell scroll thing. Yeah, a little sign that shows it. There's like some like in the windows. They're all very neatly stacked. There are just lit like scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and some books and tomes at the bottom of it. A door is open, and you know those things that have postcards on when you go like and you see that
Yeah.
you can turn them.
The
It's
little
that, but it's got
carousel.
spell scrolls and like cantrips in it.
Cantrips for a penny. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'll go do that after. Is the mayor in by chance?
She says, yes, he's inside. Do you want me to go and get him?
Yes, please.
All right.
We
Can
may
you
have something about the sickness.
just make sure this doesn't blow away while I'm in there. Is that all right? Okay. And she turns around.
Sure.
There's all these maps out in front of you of the local area.
I cast Mage Hand and have it hold the maps down, but not on any of the wet ink.
Yeah. She steps inside and a few moments pass. She steps back out, and behind her is the mayor, and he is a halfling version of the Monopoly man, kinda. Just like grey hair, kind of balding in places, a big kind of moustache, wrinkles and lines all across his face. He's wearing like an old but fine suit as he steps out and says, "Oh, it's the guild members. Good to see you. Good morning, guild members."
Hi. How are you?
Oh, very good. Yes, you're the ones that dealt with the gang.
Yes.
Oh,
You're not sick, I see.
Oh no, we've managed to avoid all of that.
Okay, the anime sus happens right now with Par's eyes, where she's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, you have managed to avoid it all, have you? And this is a Brad game? Where all the rich people are evil? Okay, I'm on to you, buddy.
As Par's talking to this person, I would like to have a quick look around. Do I see anything invisible?
Oh, thank God, because my perception is terrible.
Thing is activated, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't notice anything invisible in this immediate area. This sort of just looks like a pretty normal cartographer's studio. They've just pulled it all outside in a kind of, that's slightly odd, but yeah, nothing invisible here. Perception check. You do the thing where it anime zooms in on your eyes, and you look at him and his lips are all rosy red. Megan's lips are rosy red, and you notice on the table a cup of fine wine. You see inside is a jug with multiple goblets of wine in, and his breath is very wine smelling, suggesting they don't drink water. He says, "Oh yes, it's been quite the problem, all of the sickness in town."
Oh. I see you're celebrating. Did we interrupt something? Should we come back later?
Oh, we're not celebrating anything.
Oh, just, drinking wine on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, we'll get you a
I
mug.
assumed.
Oh no, we just We'll get you a mug of wine if you're staying.
Oh, I mean, I couldn't, but I mean, if you're offering.
We'll get you. He steps inside and it takes forever. He goes over and pours some wine into one of the goblets. Pours another.
How come they're not sick?
Grabs
And
the wine.
she's not out here, right? So it's just so I'm not doing this in front of her.
Yeah, she is, but you can do it quietly enough.
Okay. Guys, why aren't they sick? What's happening?
Well,
how did they avoid it?
I'm pretty sure they don't drink out of a well.
Oh.
Here you go, my dear.
Thank you. And I'm just gonna hold on to it. Maybe sip a tiny amount and
Gildenberry.
then
He has
hold the rest of it.
has a nice
Gildenberry.
sip.
Wow. Cheers. Thank you. Okay, so we have we have a lead on this whole sickness thing.
Oh, you're looking into it. I did request
we are.
Esmeralda do so.
Yes, and we're doing it right away, sir.
Fantastic.
Yes. Just a question, really. I mean, more of an inquiry. Casually, though, like nothing that you should be alarmed about. But you said, or somebody said that you had the alchemist go and check the well water.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, we did. Would have been 2 days, 3 days ago, or so.
Okay. And he didn't find anything.
No, he said it was perfectly clean.
Okay. And
It was our
did he
first
bring back
port
a
of
sample
call.
by chance?
Oh,
of
he's been
course,
taking
that makes
samples
sense.
from everything and everyone. The sick
Okay.
and
Did
water.
he give you the sample of the well water?
No, I don't know. Why would he do that? I'm afraid I know nothing outside of I can draw some nice straight lines on vellum.
Well, how well do you know the alchemist? I mean, he's been the alchemist for at least a year, right?
Oh yes, he's been here a while. Let's see, he came by. Oh, it would have been 5 years or so, I would say. He took up that job from the old alchemist, an old, very old man who decided to retire and moved south to Oregard. And then this chap came in, as they often do, saw the possibility of an open business. He had a few coins, he bought it. Been running solid business
see.
ever since.
Okay. Well, we did get a sample of the well water, and unfortunately it is absolutely contaminated, sir. And I pull the vial out of my bag. This is from the main well, and I described the well area that we went to. And I mean, there's a queue. There's tons
It's
of
the
people
water that's
drinking from
making
it.
everyone sick.
I don't know if it's the water, but the water is contaminated. So,
Well, by
I mean, the
gods, we've
source
got to
might
stop
be
people
something
drinking
else.
the
It might be
water.
something in the ground. It might be like a poisonous tree that has roots into where the well water is. We don't know for sure, but what we do know is that the water is not great, and we should not be drinking it.
The mayor jumps because he had no idea there was a tree there that can speak.
I just arrived.
Oh. But you were a tree.
Worry not. We are
Megan
part of the
rolls her
guild.
eyes. The whole thing. Oh, sorry, you made me jump. What did you say?
I'm saying what we do know for sure is that the water is contaminated, and people should not be drinking it.
Right. Well, we'll have to... would you be a dear and go and bloody tell the guard to shut the wells down, all of them. What are we going to do about water? I don't have to figure
Well,
out.
I'm gonna head on next door to the spell scroll place, and I'm gonna see if I can find something that maybe could purify the disease or something in the water, or something that can create water for us. And we're
Right.
gonna try really hard.
We'll
to make
cover the
this
cost.
work.
We'll cover the cost if you find
Oh.
something. Go to be a dear
Okay.
and run along and
That's
tell them to.
kind of you.
Yes. All right.
However, I am a little bit alarmed that the alchemist said their water was fine. It's entirely possible that it was fine 3 days ago. But I find it a little odd.
Right. All right. Well,
I don't know what you want to do about that.
well, the alchemist. Well, I mean, would he have cause to lie? For what purpose?
Well, I mean, he is selling everybody in town.
It's true. He's probably
potions
made a
that
lot of
don't
money
work.
this week, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's made a lot of money. But however, he is also sick. So, I don't know.
Come across to me as a particularly malicious man, but I suppose
They never do.
come in all shapes and sizes. And, I mean, I can have a guard pick him up and ask him some questions. We can see if we can figure out what's going on, unless you want to take that on as part of your investigation. The guild is respected in town.
Okay.
We can add it to the
I mean,
reward.
we can do that for sure. We can do that. I just wanted to check in with you since you're the mayor, sir.
Well, this is your investigation. We hire the guild for this kind of thing, and you've made better headway than my guards or the alchemists, so...
Okay.
I mean, the whole
Well,
thing,
then.
if I'm honest, he's sweating, and he pulls out a handkerchief and starts dabbing his head. Rather overwhelming, the entire situation, really. Usually this is
Yeah,
why I rely
I
on
can
Esmeralda
understand.
in these situations, but she's not in town. She travelled away, so I usually get her to
Careful.
see what she
You're
suggests.
losing your limited water.
Yes, I must say. He grabs the wine and takes a deep swig of it. Well, I sort of had my money on slupkins. I thought it was going to be...
What's that?
Slupkins. Give me a history check.
Oh boy, I'm so good at that. I'm so bad at that.
A 9.
It's a 9.
Slupkins. You feel like you've heard the word, like, bandied
Mhm.
about a little bit. It's like a thing from, like, kids' stories. Really? Like a creature that comes
Does it
in.
sound like a local thing?
Yes, it very much sounds like a local thing to you. I don't think you've heard of slupkins, like, at all.
No.
But yeah, like, you're sort of thinking it, like, maybe it's like a thing from, like, children's stories. These creatures that come in the night and poison people that have been bad.
Oh.
Something like that, maybe.
Ugh. Okay.
He says, I tell you what, I'll up the reward if you're able to get to the bottom of this. You can help yourself if you can find scrolls of water, and and we'll tack something onto the reward if you'll deal with the alchemist situation. Don't just behead him. Try and figure it out.
No.
Investigate it.
Right.
Get to the bottom of the whole
We'll
thing.
take care of it, sir. Why don't
Alright.
you rest?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm gonna.
okay.
I've got a thing to head in, and I must. There is so many things to do as a mayor. I head inside. Megan kind of looks at him, looks at you, and says, "I'll inform the watch of the well situation and get them to."
Thank you.
And yes, all right. She
Okay,
grabs a few
bye,
things and
Megan.
pins the vellums down and the cartography.
I lean
thing.
over Par's
heads away.
shoulder and I'm just kind of creeping in before Megan leaves. Can we get that in writing, please?
She looks
Yeah,
back
what in
and
writing?
says, "Get
The pardon.
pardon."
What pardon?
What pardon? The mayor turns around. Who's been pardoned? And heads back. Megan says, "I don't have anything to do with this, the mayor stuff. I'm just gonna go," and she trots off in a halfling way. The mayor moves over and says, "You need a pardon."
Pardon, a letter of recommendation, something to help us, in case we run into some trouble in this investigation
we
of
run-
yours.
Why would we run into trouble?
You shouldn't find any trouble. You're guild members, yes?
Yes, of course.
Oh, well, then you're their problem, aren't you? If you do anything wrong, then I'm sure Esmeralda will have a finger off of one of your hands or something. I don't really know how she deals with you folk when you have your own internal ruling, from what I understand. I'm sure
That sounds like her, to be honest.
exactly. I would imagine it's something rather distasteful. Well, nothing gets past Esmeralda, does it? Rather. especially with you lot and those little things that you carry. All right. Yes, well, you feel free to do your investigation as you will.
Okay. Do you need a pardon?
I look
Have you
down
done
at
something?
Par. No, but don't you like assurances? Do you just trust Esmeralda to have your back?
No, I don't trust anyone to have my back, ever.
That's why you get it in writing.
Yeah, what's that gonna do?
Keep you out of prison?
No, that means that
Move
I'm counting on
over-
the law to have my back. It ain't gonna happen. At least not here. And I just wandered to the scroll.
Guild and state are separate as well. You guys work for a guild, so you're not above the law, but you will sometimes be hired by like Town Watch and Guard, or the mayor seems to have asked Esmeralda to get this thing sorted, and she has posted the thing. You've taken the quest. So whatever means you use to do this, if you break the law and stuff, it's still internal within the guild. But if you get arrested and shit, you're not immune to law breaks and things. The state and the guild operates within the state and completely separate to it. But if you fucking just go around slaughtering people and stuff, you're still going to get arrested. And then it might be that the guild has to step in and do the reprimanding or whatever. Guild members are like heroes and shit, so they know that you guys are strong, and so sometimes they have to bring in stronger guild members to get rogue guild members and stuff. But yeah, you're part of a separate thing here. So the mayor doesn't
Saga's
really...
thinking like 3 steps ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to be
shit.
clear on how the guild and the watch, how the guild and the watch work. So they are.
Yeah, Saga's looking down at Par like ludicrously almost. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how
Do
that
you know
pans
much
out.
about do you know much about spell scrolls?
No, I don't. I'll be honest, the
Okay.
only kind of literature I like are the kinds of books that keep you up at night, you know?
Horror
No,
books.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Horror books? Fairy stories?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. You are badass. And I point to Ratch's character. I can't remember your character's name. I'm so sorry.
It's the name of one of the books. Sorry.
Kayak, that's right. Kayak, what about you? Do you know much about poisons and things and spell scrolls even?
Surprisingly, no.
Gosh, darn it.
More, I know. You think I would, looking like
I
this?
think you would, yeah, but that's okay. I judged a book by its cover, so shame on me. I walk into the spell scroll place, and I don't have to RP. I feel like I've been talking a lot, but I would like to see if they have some purify water and or create water and or remove poison, which I feel like is probably the better one.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d20, and
Okay.
I'm gonna, if the number is between 15 and 20, the answer will be
Okay.
yes. It's pretty high
Okay.
because it's a time of sickness, so people have been probably
I
buying
trust you.
these up. 7. They have nothing. There's a shop owner in there. This place is called the Mystic Scribbles, Enchanted Spell Scroll Emporium. It's a pretty elegant store for Stone Town. There's like runes and symbols on the walls, and on the outside there are even there's moving symbols that move along the stone. So it gives you a weird sort of ethereal look as you step through. The windows are enchanted. As you step in, you see that the display that was on the outside is actually different from what it is on the inside. And there is in this store magical services that you can do. There's things like scroll appraisals and scroll upgrades and stuff that you can buy. So if you guys do find scrolls, you can come here and upgrade them. But there is a little mascot in here called Scribbles, who assists you It's a little it's like a fairy. She was a fairy. You know what? She was a fairy. But it's very small. Very small for a fairy. And it's very hard.
God, I love her.
It's very hard to make out any like detail on it. You don't really see a little individual. Most fairies are like little people, right? They look like Tinkerbell. Whereas this looks more like that Zelda fairy, where it's just kind of some light, and you can make out some wings, like dragonfly wings that are
It's like a wisp.
flittering. Very small little wisp fairy. She's very, very small, is what it is. She's like tiny for a fairy, but you can see where she is, and she assists you essentially just to speed through the process. She comes to help you try and look for these scrolls. She does like a once around. She's extremely quick. You see her flitting between shelves, moving, and then moving back to you. Everywhere she goes, a little bit of pixie dust, fairy dust is like sprinkling off of her. And she comes back.
Me being like, purify water. No? Okay. What about this? Or what about detect magic? No? Okay.
Exactly that. And yeah, she comes back eventually and sort of just says that there is essentially none of these spell scrolls available anymore. Anybody in town who has any level of arcane ability picked all that stuff up to make their own water. They suspected all this stuff. People who can use scrolls are smart, so they immediately came and bought up whatever there was in the store. There might be people in town that you could buy them from, but you'd have to go and find them. Essentially, all of the scrolls that you were looking for would have helped. Yeah. She says,
Did the alchemist come and buy anything?
she speaks entirely in subtitles, and you have to determine what she says.
No. Okay. That's weird. What about a couple of days ago? Did he come in here and bring anything? Like water to be tested? No? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I could understand that. There are a lot of people coming in here. I get it. Okay. Well, I understand. Thank you so much for your help. And if you do see anybody suspicious come in here asking for things along the nature of what I was just asking for, will you let me know? And I'll be sure to flash my guild badge. Okay. Thank you so much. You're so helpful. Have a good day. Bye.
Dwin has a kick me sign on his back on a post-it note. She goes. Dwin has a kick me sign on his back.
Of course, she's a pixie.
Yeah, he took
Do
a
I know this?
No. She's a pixie and she's magic.
Right,
And
I know.
you said you speak her language and did a really offensive impression of the way that she speaks.
And I walk back to the tavern then.
Okay. As we walk, I ask Par, why are you buying all these things to clean stuff when the quest was to get to the bottom?
Well, because we want to help the people, don't we?
We want to get to the bottom of why, not to help them, because we don't get anything for helping them.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I do.
You do want that broom, don't you? We gotta make some gold.
Me? I would love the flying broom.
Yeah, I know. We gotta.
But that's not why I'm doing this, though. I'm doing it because the townsfolk are sick, and if we help them feel better, then I will feel a tiny bit better inside. That's what I'm doing with the Jack's Guild. I'm not here to make money.
My eyes narrow at her very slowly. Okay, and then I just go back to the guild house.
Okay.
I go back to.
That means he likes you.
You step into.
I think he has to blink for that.
The Oracle's Rest. Amari is on the table. His eyes have rolled up into the back of his head, and he is drawing life force and energy from everyone in the entire room. I'm kidding.
Oh.
I mean,
I was like,
maybe.
I'll go with it.
battle
Maybe.
music plays. We're fighting Amari.
It's my goat. If I don't get my goat, I will.
Yeah.
All of you will be sacrificed.
It's
Maybe.
that community scene. Powers back with 3 scrolls
Yeah.
of pizzas, and Amari's just swinging a goat round a fire.
Everyone roll initiative.
Wait, actually?
No, just Paul. You are fighting Amari in the future. No, you're not really.
I'm just kidding. In an alternate reality.
Yeah, you snap back to now. You.
That back to reality.
You're just giving my character PTSD.
I know you have like, but it's not. It's post traumatic, but like post as in the future, because you keep having
Yes,
visions
like
of the future where everyone has gone evil and turning against you.
Well,
and
that
killing
is PTSD. You see what's about to, or at least for me,
Yeah,
I see
I guess
what's
it is,
going
yeah.
to potentially
Not too
happen. Like I'm cutting my fingers off while chopping
Pre-traumatic stress
vegetables.
disorder is pretty good as well.
ESP.
Yeah. ESP.
ESP. ESP.
ESPTSD.
No, you step in and
I-
they're all still kind of just sitting around and drinking and stuff.
Yes, but tomorrow we can purify it. I have my ways of doing it. I will dip my whole body inside the well. It's
You
be
don't
fine.
need to do that.
It's very
That is not part of the
fascinating.
spell.
Everything's fine.
Yes.
How'd it
What
go?
enables you to do such
Because
things?
all your herbs and
I mean,
spices
it
are
went well.
What's inside
Thanks
me?
for asking.
Okay, what?
It went well?
Oh,
It
hi.
went well. Yeah, hi.
What happened to the well?
So
How did it
the alchemist
go?
is dead. All right.
The alchemist
Said
is
it went
dead.
fine. Well, I would only imagine if things are fine, she killed him. Very good, Pa.
No.
I knew you had
What?
it in you.
No.
It's so
I
much
didn't
better.
kill anyone. We went to talk to the mayor, and I went to go see if I could get some spell scrolls to create water and to help you two, because you know, that's a lot of work. But unfortunately, no luck. However, the mayor did say that they, gave us full reign to not behead, but to get to the bottom of everything, and they'd maybe up the reward or something if we managed to help the people not be sick anymore, and then also if we manage to figure out what's going on with the alchemist, if we can prove it. So
Oh.
we have our work cut out for us.
Just as a note, where is the
That definitely doesn't sound like something we can do in one more episode.
healing
Yeah,
potion?
it really doesn't.
The healing potion, what happened to that? Did we resolve the thing?
No.
What happened to
Still
it?
holding it?
Someone held
Kayak
it and
was
took it away.
giving
Yeah,
it
where
to me,
did
and then
Oh, it's gonna
Kayak had it
explode, bro.
last.
Let's go.
Kayak has it, and someone was going to do an investigation check, I think. I just got lost in
Yeah.
amongst all of the varying thousands of players.
I'm sorry.
Who was
Yeah,
going to do the
it's my fault.
investigation check? It's alright, we blame Kyoki. If anything goes wrong, we blame Kyoki. That's
It's a jean jacket.
I will never do
Or
that.
the jean jacket.
It's because, Cord has paid us after this
Mm.
attack.
I was going to take the potion to.
Oh, if I'm legally
Dwayne.
obligated. Sorry.
Dwayne was going to look at it, that's right. Yeah, Dwayne, give me an investigation check.
Oh,
I don't know if we're doing this
Dwayne has-
retroactively or if this happened before or after your party left.
Retroactively.
Retroactively.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dwayne's
Pre-traumatic.
poison
Okay.
kit is shut, and he looks like he has zero interest in any of this right now. How would you convince him?
Started looking through my bag. What do I have on me? I'm literally going to try and pay him off. It's the only way I know.
Let's find something shiny.
Yeah.
Got some catnip.
I'm going to hand him a little kettle, like a little tea kettle. And it is.
Where is it from?
Tell me to make up something right now? How dare you?
What? What color is
This
it?
is going
Where
to
is it
physically
from?
hurt me.
You've got to do it, yeah. This will take him 2 weeks to recover from.
No, longer.
Current traumatic stress disorder.
Here it is. Here it is.
The cortisol
I'm literally
flooding
looking for
through his
the-
body.
I've been having nightmares
cortisol.
about this for 3 weeks.
His heart, the heart palpitations.
It hurts.
He's about to spore! He's about to spore!
Oh boy.
His voice goes all wobbly.
I hand it over to him. It makes about, I think it's 2 cups of wine out of nowhere. I found it in the back room here.
Oh.
That's all you get.
Okay. A 17.
It's all I can offer.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not all you can offer. Twin, in case you didn't hear, the mayor said that there would be a reward if we managed to, an extra reward on top of what we're already getting.
What kind of
if we
reward?
get to,
Gonna pay.
Probably
didn't
money.
say, but probably money
Money's
or something shiny.
I turn back to my work. I rolled a 17.
Okay. This is Alchemist's Fire, which is it is a sticky adhesive fluid that ignites when it's exposed
Napalm.
to air.
It's napalm.
Yeah.
It's napalm, yeah.
Yeah, but as soon as you expose it to the air, it will ignite. So you can throw it or get creative, essentially.
Not
That's what it
here.
does. It's an actual item. You can Google it. Sometimes I make items up, and sometimes you can just Google an actual, D&D item.
Okay.
Alchemist's
Well,
Fire.
I run it through my my kit.
Love
and
the
then
idea,
I
by the
think
way,
once
of
I
the
find
alternate
out.
reality in which one of you drank this because she handed to you as a
Yeah.
healing potion, or like one of you was down and Timber came running over and went, just poured napalm over your face. Just like, yeah.
Another one bites the dust.
It'll
My
be
fur-
Kip
my
in
fur goes-
hot girl summer mode. You'll love it.
This is alchemist fire. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. And I just back away from it, facing it, all fours.
That's not a healing potion. Okay.
It's a killing potion.
Yeah, that's real bad. Don't
Healing
open
potion,
that.
not
Don't
healing
open that.
potion.
You're muted, Kyo.
Okay.
You're muted.
I'm muted?
No, Kyo.
No. Shh, Kyrokis,
Okay.
sorry.
Still muted.
Well, enjoy your healing potion. I'm going to go and roll and sleep by the
She
fire.
drank a little bit, but she has no tongue. She's just pretending. You know when you burn your
Poor
mouth and
girl.
you have to pretend you're at lunch with other people and you have to pretend you haven't absolutely damaged yourself? That is...
What's wrong?
nothing, but it was Alchemist's
wanna
Fire.
bite
She
my
has
lip?
no tongue. Okay, who has that? Who takes
Because
that?
everyone speaks with their
You give
tongue.
it back to Timber?
Uh,
Doing? Yeah,
I don't think he touches it. I think he just backed up away from it. So.
Do you
I
still...
am
Who
not
has
going
it?
anywhere near it.
Who has
It
the
is-
item?
I would think Kayak would do.
You give it back to Kayak. And Kayak keeps it.
I'll take it back. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Add Alchemist Fire to your inventory then. For now.
Got it.
Okay. I think what we see now is elsewhere.
Is it the alchemist?
No.
Oh my god. Who is it?
Somewhere in a darkened hallway. A member of the Silent Ledger, one of the scribes, is carrying a black book underarm from
Uh-oh.
a room containing the Shadowed Council, moves into a room where there are several hooded figures sat around with one single sort of hooded lantern casting a little glow over some of them, varying different shapes and sizes of these individuals, dark wraps around their hands. The scribe brings the book, places it on one of the tables. Several of the reapers that are sitting here take the book, turn it over, and inside is descriptions written in the exact same hand as the way that it was written by the halfling alchemist. The full descriptions underneath in different script, you see the words Stone Town. The book is turned around so that each individual can read, and then it's closed. The scribe takes the book, puts it under one arm, walks out of the door. The 6 individuals stand up from the table.
No!
And that's where we're going to end today's session.
No!
Holy shit.
Sick.
All right. Well, next week, we'll pick up from here. Oracle's Rest continues for one more week, even though there's no way you're completing this. You might,
There's no way.
but I don't.
As soon as you said that there was only going to be
Try.
3 episodes, I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do in 3 episodes with 18 people?
Well, me and Wack have devised a plan.
Yes.
So tune in.
Definitely.
Tune in 2 weeks from now to find out what that plan is. But as of
Shill show.
as of today, we're done. But there will be another session. There will be another session next week. So you can tune in and watch it then. 8 p.m. UK time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. Look at Orcish. He's just vibrating because he wants combat so badly. He's gonna kill me if he doesn't. This is 2 sessions of D&D.
I didn't hear Orcish once this whole fucking
tell you
session.
exactly what happened.
in a
Tell you
row.
exactly what happened. Orcish felt bad because
Is that
he
still
played because he played a way more talkative character, and he felt like he was monopolizing things. So now he's playing. I am the night. I am the shadow.
I'm Batman.
I was
Don't
gonna
like
do a
it.
funny
Bring back
thing.
the other one.
He didn't say
I was gonna
anything
do a
in
funny
Cura.
thing and like say that Saga goes up to Mordrin, sits down next to him, and be like, "Did you make any friends today? Where'd go?"
Friends?
No, I did not. He didn't.
People here?
He did not speak once during Cura. He said, "I'm going to take a long rest," and then the entire episode happened while he was asleep.
Wow.
And then he didn't speak in this one. So
Amazing to hear.
tune in on Tuesday for an episode of Cura, which will absolutely be entirely just a one-on-one. We don't need the other players. Mugs, thanks, but we don't need you
Yep.
on Tuesday, just so you can have the night
Okay,
off.
good to know.
It'll be a one-on-one
Yeah, all good.
session. Or
It'll be
he's
his
never
dream.
going to speak to me again. Tune in next week for another session of this. We've got other shows throughout the week. If you like Pathfinder, tune in on Monday. If you like more D&D, Tuesday. And that's it. There's no other shows.
Wait, before we go, Brad, can I say something, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Please, guys, it'll help us greatly if you leave feedback in the Discord. Let us know what you think about shows like this. This is kind of something new that we've introduced, so to speak. Lighthearted shows and stuff like that with minimum, quote unquote, minimum production. I don't know how Brad does this, but yes,
There is no
let us know how
production
how you feel about it, and if you like it, comments, anything of that nature. It helps a lot. I'm taking data down. Okay, thank you.
Yep. If you want to
taking
leave
notes.
feedback, you can
Sign.
leave comments on the YouTube channel. Or for this in particular, we've been using the specials channel under current stories. I didn't want to make a whole new thing. I don't know. Sometimes with these half
I
shows.
will
Yeah, I'm with
make
you.
a channel for it.
Do you want to make one? I mean, you can if you want.
That's good. It makes it easier for me to find stuff.
Okay. There you
But,
go.
You know, whatever. I don't mind looking.
And feel free to do that. And thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We're just having fun, and we thought we'd invite you in to watch some of it as well. I hope that it's been fun for you guys to watch, and for you
Keep
guys
going
to play.
because I started waving way too early.
Yep.
Everyone start waving right now, but I'm going to continue to do like outro stuff. Remember, you can follow us at on all of our different relevant things. You can go to merch.tablestory.tv, where we have merchandise, but we also have a feed of additional media and content. So whenever we run shows, this one doesn't have it, but we have a thing called the Green Room for Gatewalkers and for Cura, and all shows going forward into the future, and many shows that we've run in the past, and they're little just 10-minute sort of snippets where we start recording. Keep fucking waving.
I'm getting weirded out by all the fingers on the screen. This is some body
waving.
horror shit.
I'm gonna see
bro.
how long
Okay.
I can do this for. If you want to watch just little post-show interviews with the cast, then you can
Or it
head
looks
out
like
and
a
see additional
magician.
content over there. All right, Noah, we're leaving now.
I'm just so happy to be
We're
here.
out.
Really, is it? Like,
Just happy to be involved.
We're done. It's the end. You're off the screen.
It's my god.
Thank you so much for watching. Everyone say bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wow, so loud. So horribly loud. I'm never doing that again.